That was up. How we doing?
And it sounds weird to say that because as a
Yo.
and a player, you want to make every single event for sure. But in this case, they actually do get to hone in on their strats, come up with some new stuff, and honestly do it when it really matters, because champions is all that matters. You know, these tournaments are
What is this?
cool and everything.
What
and
is this copy and paste, dude?
Everyone's gonna
Who came up
remember
with
who
this?
wins that champions trophy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We've seen it repeatedly with top teams. You think about Fnatic last year coming into this year and struggling. You think about Loud when they were at top on champions and going after. The biggest enemy when you win a tournament and you're going
That's
back
so
to your
dumb, man.
international league,
Yo,
it's
what's up? How you doing, Desp?
It's coming back. It's keeping that focus. It's still being able to go in, day out, and practice and keep confidence high while everyone is watching you. And that's
Chat.
so much harder than just
Surely
being
this is a
top
2-0 and we
team.
don't see anything
And
too mad
really,
here.
I think that I agree with you. If they miss Shanghai, which is incredibly likely at this point, it's like 99% chance, it is a chance for them to finally rest and really focus on those scrims and really reinvent themselves enough to come back for stage 2 and qualify.
The 2-0 for Furia. Dude, could you imagine if they just come in looking insane?
And this match is still important. Remember, stage 2, it's a cumulative round robin. So your results from stage 1 count towards qualifying to stage 2
So Furia
playoffs.
wants to win today as well, because you want
Bro, everyone wants to.
Sentinels,
Yeah, exactly.
three championship points versus 2 is a big difference.
Exactly.
And Sentinels already have 8. So you're talking about just even furthering that.
But I
gap
want to say
there.
cool round you came
You got
up
3
with.
teams
What's the
making it
comp
into the
though?
playoffs in stage 2, and then one player
just
makes
don't
it
want
all
to leave it.
If it's 5 duelists,
And
not
they have a
really.
big lead.
Chance.
They got to keep.
But if it's a
bringing
comp that
lead,
makes
getting
sense,
greater
then
and
maybe.
able to secure a spot no matter what.
You simply
Kenny Lakes with a
a
tier 1. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that, Kenny.
Now, recently, though, a very
Welcome into the Slug Club, bro. Wait, where's my where's that activity feed? Here we go.
Of Sentinels, Johnqt, to talk about his time with the team and the team's recent struggles. Check it out.
Meta Ascent with Deadlock. Wait, who the hell did you take out? Killjoy.
Thanks for coming through, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, it's been a little bit of a shaky stage, but people can't forget you are a Masters Madrid champion. I mean, you came in as a rookie in the league, and an IGL filling in a spot that probably had some.
Info Sentinel
pressure on the team
overrated,
ever.
bro.
I mean,
You and
that
Loud would
Sentinels
get on, man.
Team is no joke. There's so many eyes on you and whatnot. Did you feel any of that pressure going into this team and being an IGL for them?
Not really. I feel like I was more excited for the opportunity, because I know you're playing for the biggest org in the game. Like if you win, it's you win big. It's different. If you win with Sentinels, it's different than any other team.
It's over! Sen City! Here to play, here to stay! And history has been made!
I mean, you can see it on social media and stuff like that. Everyone is behind Sentinels. We're going to Madrid, Korea, and the whole stadium is packed with Sentinel fans. Everywhere you go. And yeah, I mean the fans are kind of diehard fans. The community is big. The Sen City.
This group of players has done it. They put Sentinels back.
Then they're
on
not
top.
making playoffs, bro. People said the same about
There's a key
Liquid.
round that stuck out to me. It was
All
on
I'm
Split.
saying.
You might get it.
Liquid somehow made
You
it.
might get some flashbacks for it. So it's the winning round on Split. It's 12-10, you're up, and you guys are just doing a slow default. So I don't know if you remember the round, but
Yeah. It was, I remember we started around default because they had Viper ult, so we were trying to figure out where the Viper ult first before making a plan. So they Viper ulted mid.
I have a call. Tyson, can you stay? Okay, Sky Omen A, and we're gonna pop B. We're gonna fake A, okay? You're gonna just fake TP on A, and we're gonna contact B, look for a kill, then you can TP to us.
Okay. The rounds before we went to A and we won, so I knew if we did that fake A, it would have worked because they would just lean into A. I started A, put my Cypher cages and stuff, went B, switched with the 10s. I'll show myself with the cages and stuff like that, and then TP back B and we're just gonna get a free site.
Gonna pick it.
Yeah, ready?
3, 2, 1.
Angle off angle! Loses his fight out.
Will this be the domino effect?
But look at your fake.
Can you ult B? Can you ult outside B? He thinks he's gonna ult.
Yeah, there's a fake Charon. He commits to TP. They try and reinforce that A side, but it's all for naught.
Pop Zach, pop.
And it is a sick round, I'll give him that. Rat and Kane, thank you as well. Appreciate the 19 months. Thank you. Appreciate the prime, bro. And thank you for all thanks for the 19 months. It's a long time.
A chance now to extend that play in the series. Take it all the way to Icebox. A tap forces it out. The first wave of the util. All the flashes flying through, and so do the bullets. Lakia. A lot to overcome. A lot to do. Let's go! We won it! We won it! That 5 is on
So
the cards.
Awesome stuff there. Awesome stuff to you as well, my friend. Well done, well done. But let's go ahead and move on to Sentinel's opponent today. It's going to be Furia. Now, while the Brazilian squad has been eliminated from playoffs, we saw them put a fight up against
I want a
C9.
fun fact.
Let's
Sure
not
thing,
forget
Maddox.
that they are still playing for important champion points in this competition. They're playing for points because it all matters at the end of the season. So Furia,
If Liquid can do it, so can Sentinels. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Points, which are of course important.
I mean,
once you tally that up with stage 2.
the chance of them both happening is pretty low, but why not?
Getting a win on the board. And it's
Awesome Snail as well with the 2 months.
against
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the prime.
team in the league right now. But last week, it seems like this squad got revitalized. 13-2 map number 1, dominate Cloud9. A massive step up.
The Liquid game Thunder is
but then
really
the
fun.
series just fell apart from there and got
Honestly,
very
the Icebox was really
I
fun.
actually had the pleasure of casting that match, and I was backstage. You know,
I
with
just
you
miss
guys
watching
chopping
Chamber,
it up.
man.
Well, you weren't here.
I wasn't here.
And they had they had good ideas of what to do
And
against.
Sideshow, and I was honestly
them
memeing.
teammates.
I was like, 2-0 Fury is gonna take this, and I walked off. And then after that first
So it
map,
was your fault.
Yo, after that first map, I couldn't believe it. Me and Sideshow crossed paths, and I looked at him. I was like, "Told you, bro." And he just shook his head in disbelief.
Yeah.
But I thought that once they won the pistol on the second map that they played, I was
Bala
like, "There's a
2G
world."
as well.
But
Thank
then
you
we
so
saw the
much, man.
cracks again in
Thank
their
you,
gameplay, and
thank
it
you.
all just
Appreciate
fell
that.
apart,
Thanks for the
and
8
I just
months.
got
But like, how
abused
do
by
we
Oxy.
prevent that if you're Furia? You know, because you know that you got. I mean, you got some great players on this team. It should.
Gonna watch the VOD now. Yeah, the VOD's
It
good,
feels
dude.
like the pressure of the potential.
There's a lot of crazy
that
games
when
today.
they're,
The
like,
Paper
when
X
they're
game was
up in a
mental.
match, when they're in a
The
winning
Ascent game, that's
position,
pretty fun as
one
well.
mistake happens.
choke.
Then someone goes and makes a solo play. Then the next round, a similar mistake happens, and then it just snowballs out of control. And they haven't really shown the mental to be able to recover from that thus far. We've seen other games where they've had.
I think Tenth
moments
plays
where
Clover
they
against
get pushed
Furia,
towards a
no.
map, but it's been the same scenario over and over. And at this point, with
Furia
playoffs
can't
off the
qualify?
cards,
No,
I'm
but they
almost
can
looking
still
towards taking a
technically
break
qualify
after stage 2,
for
going home, seeing
Camp's
your family,
playoffs,
spending
even
some
though
time
that's very
off,
unlikely.
And then really reconnecting and focusing on this in scrims.
And maybe
during that
some of
bit
them are
of
playing for their
off time.
jobs as well. You would have
Yeah,
to
I
imagine
think
if you
you're
had this
100%
bad
right. They
performance
need
that
to work on that
there's a
mentality,
chance that
that mentality, because
would
in
feel like
general,
you might be getting
I mean,
replaced.
They destroyed the first map. The second map, they had a lot of rounds not go their way. They got ecoed quite a bit. It was like an eco fest. I don't know if you guys remember at the beginning.
Yes.
And that third map, it was actually quite close, considering the fact
Yes,
that
what the hell are
their
you
mental
asking
was
me?
already shot, and they were just
I
wasting
don't even
ults.
know
They
what
were
that
just
is.
throwing them away for no reason.
Nick
So it was
the
like
Lank,
a
thank you so much,
2v3
man.
round
That's your
where
first
they're on
gifted
an
as well,
eco,
bro. I
and
appreciate
they
the support.
invested a
Thank you for
Brim
doing
ult
that.
into it
Daft,
for
if you're
no
here,
reason
make sure you
at
say
all.
thank
And
you
they
to
won the
Nick.
round with such a low chance of winning.
Nick, appreciate you
MW's
doing that,
like
mate.
satcheling, he misses his satchels, goes up in the ceiling, and then
Thank you very much,
throws
man.
a molly wrong, kills his team. It's like
Yeah,
the
it's a series of
chaos gets
unfortunate
the better
events.
of them, and then they just start to stumble. And we've seen that in multiple series now with this Furia team.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead, though, and hear from Havoc. Elizabeth has him standing by. I want to see what's going on with the team heading into this match.
Is just trying to use my cast on NBA? It
Where's
feels like
Havoc?
it.
Where's Havoc? Hello. How are you? All right. Very simple question. You guys looked great against Cloud9 last week. What was the difference?
Vocês estavam ótimos, né, contra a Cloud9 semana passada. Qual foi a diferença?
A diferença é que a gente jogou um jogo mais leve, mais divertido. A gente se encontrou nas nossas características dentro de jogo e isso melhorou bastante o nosso time.
We were feeling lighter, you know, trying to have more fun, and that helped a lot, and to bring our own characteristics to the game.
Well, best of luck today.
Keeping it light and breezy could be a solution for this team today, but Havoc did start off the year, you know, a little shaky, but it seems like he's starting to pick up a little bit, and that's exactly what you want to see, at least from a player like him.
Havoc is leading the
This
player
was the
for
first
fast deaths
match
across the
against
Americas
Cloud9 for
League.
me, where we saw
That's not a
Havoc
great
who kind of
stat.
delivered on the promise.
Playing
This is a guy who's
Killjoy.
playing in Tier 2 in Brazil
That's
and was
really
harvesting.
not a great
He was
stat.
looking like a fantastic prospect. And then he came up, played for this Furia team, and it's been
Diddy with
fine
the
thus
Prime.
far.
Thank you
But
so
in
much,
this
man.
match, he had some great moments. He was winning
Appreciate
a lot of
that, dude.
clutches
Thank you so
against
much, man. Welcome
Cloud9
into
on
Slug
map
Club.
1. He was pulling off big moments in map 3 as well. I mean, I
Yeah, you
really
know when you
think
get like
this
players
team,
like
if they can get
Foxy9
that pressure off their back, if they
who
can
kind
play
of
more
like
like this,
fit
shows
into
them
the
potential.
duelist,
Yeah,
fits
I
like
couldn't
straight
believe it
into
on
the
that third
sentinel
map,
role.
we finally got to see
Sometimes it
the
doesn't
Havoc
work
that we
like
saw
that.
just absolutely destroy and run through Tier 2. Brazil
Sometimes
last
there's
year,
like
you
players
said.
who think they
And
always have timings, but they
where
don't
was
actually
this
have
confidence,
timings.
you
I'm
know?
not
Like,
saying
he
that's
had no
him. I
confidence
haven't
coming into the
fully
league,
like
and I
studied
kinda
what's
feel
going
bad
on,
because I
but
feel like that first game that he had where he had like what, did he have like 0 kills for quite a bit of time?
Yes.
I feel like that really
Czekers
affected
as
him,
well.
but I'm happy
Czekers
now that we do get to see
88.
him,
Thank you
like,
so much, man,
use
with
his
the Prime. Thank you for the
mechanical
2
abilities
months.
because,
Whoever
I
got
mean, it was
winning,
lacking,
dude.
and now
I
we can
can't
see how
not
sharp
go
he
for
can actually
Sentinels
be,
here,
and
surely.
he just needs to keep tapping
Hello,
into that.
Pansy. How we
A guy
doing?
who's played with a lot of rookies. What's that like to kind of bring someone in
Why are you
who's
still
shown
up?
that
What's going on
potential
here?
before, but is like struggling early on in that big
There's no
stage?
EG game
Oh
tonight.
man, I mean, I've been blessed where I haven't had a teammate really do that to me that joined my team, but I mean,
You was at-
I
you were
used to
at
get
the
nervous
bar with
sometime
Minnie?
at one point in my career. I would
Bro, why is
listen to him
Minnie
and
not doing work,
I just
dude?
think
They got
that you
playoffs
gotta be
now,
there
and he's
for him.
out
You gotta
here
hype him up, and this is
partying.
the thing that I feel like was lacking a lot
Crazy.
because I feel like when you go into a league like this, you have high expectations, and when you don't meet them, it can be heartbreaking for you, and you also don't know how to bring that back and bring a good environment for the rest of your team.
Actually, he's
So
playing
I
Liquid,
like that
right?
they're treating this with a lighter
He should
approach.
probably
I
keep
think that I bet the
partying.
team environment's a lot better.
Maybe he should keep
because,
partying.
man, the other matches that we saw after they would lose on stage when it was like their second, third loss, bruh, they were like just
It was
defeated.
very like intense.
Oh
and
man.
sad, honestly. I think especially for the LATAM and Brazilian teams who are flying away from home, living in a different country, a lot of
It can
whom
be a lot.
who don't speak fluent English. It's a lot to deal with. I think having
You
to
god
find those
damn, dude.
relationships
Did you say that
within
one
your
to him,
team and
Pansy?
find
That's
those people you
outrageous.
can
I might have to
rely
copy and
on when
paste
the
that to
pressure
him.
is on to kind of find those coping mechanisms is really important for these players.
And also, let's not forget, you're in LA. So, you know, it's like, it's a little bit of a rough one, right? Like, it's a big tonal shift from when you're coming from, like, Sao
I can.
Paulo or you're
Dude,
coming
he's
from,
not even scared
you know,
of him.
like
That's
a
crazy.
city in
It's
South
a scary
America as
guy.
well. Like, you're making your way out here. Like, it is a big tonal shift.
But that's not to say it's impossible. We've seen a lot of these players
exactly.
thrive. We've seen people like from Loud, even the likes of members of this team in the past. I think if they can just get that one win, it's like Crew last year. Once you break through,
I was literally
once you
thinking
can
the
get
same
that
thing.
confidence,
I know.
it's so much different once you break that barrier.
Yeah, it's a different vibe at that point, 100%.
Honestly,
there. All right, well,
that's
let's
that's
go ahead and see
pretty
where
valid.
we're going
Pretty
for
fair.
this match. Our coaches are standing by for today's maps picks. Let's take a look.
Hey guys, welcome. As you know, teams were decided via coin flip. Sentinels, you'll be Team A, and Furia, you'll be Team B. Sentinels, you'll have first map ban.
Ban Breeze.
Sentinels ban Breeze. Furia, what would you like to ban?
Ban Sunset.
Furia ban Sunset. And you have first map pick.
Pick Split.
Sentinels pick Split. And would you like attack or defense?
Attack.
Furia, select attack. And you have one map pick.
Pick Icebox.
Furia, select Icebox. And would you like attack or defense?
Defense.
Sentinels, select defense. And you have one map ban.
Ban Ascent.
Sentinels ban Ascent. And what would you like to ban?
Lotus.
Furia ban Lotus. Decider map is going to be bind, and Sentinels, you will have side select.
Attack.
Sentinels select side, or sorry, Sentinels select attack. All right, boys, best of luck today.
Luck. Luck, bro.
Okay, so your
The
series
Icebox one was the
layout
last time we
will
saw
be
the
there's a split
Sentinels
Icebox
Icebox.
necessary. We have bind to close things out. How are we feeling about these maps? Who do you think this leans more toward?
I mean, I can't say it's going to lean towards Furia, but I like where Furia is
You're
going
hopeful.
with this. Yeah, because one of their map wins, which there's not many this year. I'm sorry I chuckled a little bit when I said that.
Yeah, I looked
all
pissed
right.
in
It is what it is.
in
It is
Agent
what it
Select.
is. It is what
No,
it
I
is.
just thought it
was
there was
Icebox.
like such
They
a big
won a map with
pause
Icebox.
for
Yo,
this, and I
think
found
this
it
is a good
odd.
map for them. I think this is
I just
one
find
of
it
the
odd
weaker
when
maps.
teams come
When
in
it
and
comes
they
to
seem
split, I
to
mean, that's
have
one of Sentinel's best
pauses.
maps, in my opinion.
What I do like
Okay.
is that Sentinels is
I just-
moving away
I
from
find
just
it
like
odd, man.
perma-picking
I find it
Lotus every map. I think the fact that when you pick Lotus, you're guaranteed, almost guaranteed, starting on that defensive side, and that can be so difficult, right? With how hard that side is to play.
Do you think that was because SEN got maybe a little rattled off of what happened in Madrid with them kind of dropping Split? Because Split was kind of like a go-to map for them there, and then everyone kind of figured them out. But do you wager that?
I wouldn't say it was necessarily rattled, more so that you want to show more variety, and they even talked kind of like going into Super Week, intentionally putting a lot of work into that map, which did show.
Pause every time just to mess with them. Do the Gen G.
Starting on Split is a lot better to get a strong, confident start, which they need in this series.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sentinels are going to need a lot to work out for them in this series if they want to try and make it
Map pool? I mean, we don't have we've got one more month for this map pool. We've only got one more month, and then we'll see what they're changing.
Someone's getting his head taken clean off. Util flying dart, managed 1v1.
And we'll see what the new map's like. That should be fun. There's gonna be a lot, man. There's gonna be a lot changed.
Vai ser bom jogo. A gente sabe que os caras são bons. A gente sabe que vai ser jogo difícil. Só que a gente não tá pensando muito nisso não de ganhar.
As we asked this at the bar, you're curious what I think. Outside of the team you have coached us involved in any era, who are you picking as your favorite?
Furia definitely want to have a statement win.
Outside of a team you've coached, favorite team?
Everyone shows up against us, so we'll be ready for
Any
them
era?
Someone's getting his head taken clean off. Util flying dart, managed 1v1.
A gente não vai mudar nada,
I'm not even sure.
Terem que jogar jogo que meio que eles
PaperX ban of this. PaperX is sick, dude.
Mas isso gera uma pressão. Inclusive ano passado a gente também jogou uma partida
Most fun game was probably the most fun game we had was probably against Sacy, man. Sacy at second Iceland. Bro, I came into that Iceland event thinking we were gonna lose every game. That was pretty fun.
Even though like our chances of playoffs are pretty low.
Yeah, probably PaperX. Vision Strikers. Vision Strikers is a pretty good one.
We're just gonna come out and try to win.
Probably should be Vision Strikers just because they literally taught everyone how to play the game. Do I see myself coaching a style like PaperX ever? Dude, it reminds me too much of Liquid, dude. I can't really do it. I would have to join a team with an IGL. Like a set IGL.
Recebam a Furia!
Even if we had players like PaperX, bro, in 2020, 2021, we kind of were like that, bro. Like, we just outdueled everyone. We got away with the most stupid things. Like, it did feel a little bit like that. Ooh, overlay on. Shout out to you, thank you.
For Furia, this is a team that's coming into this with
You mean more IGL style? Yeah, more IGL style. I get what you're saying. Like a Forsaken.
The pressure is on the Sentinels if they want to make it to playoffs. But I think what we've garnered from talking to Kaplan, hearing how the team's overall demeanor is, they're just more focused on the bigger picture rather than hyper-focusing.
Saying we didn't win because of the comps, bro. We used some of the most stupid comps ever. Like, if anything, the comps harmed us.
If they want a chance, they have to 2-0. and they need good round differential. But even if they do that, it's still out of their hands. I think looking towards the future, focusing on the growth of this team, what they can bring to Stage 2 is the right mentality. But that's got to be the same for Furia. Their season, in terms of Stage 1, is over. But this game still has meaning to come back in the second stage and maybe build some confidence.
Yeah, and I think that they need to approach this very loose like they have been.
Would I run no initiator in 2024 on that? I'd be pretty. I mean, I wouldn't be pretty standard. In a team, I would be using chamber like every map apart from Ascent, probably. Especially with the double initiator. Double initiator, man, I'd be leaning so heavy into chamber. I'd be probably using Sage on a couple of maps. I'd be doing it pretty weird, I'll be honest, this year. Pepperoni Tony with the Prime as well. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, thank you.
And not get desperate and try and make individual like ones happen out of nowhere.
Yeah, especially when they're up with man advantage.
Exactly, right? You don't want to give those up. And like those are going to be the things that Furia just need to be careful for. But of course, for Sentinels here, this is going to be
Sage in 2024, dude. Sage is incredible against Gecko. Double initiator.
And even though this team has
You should see a lot more Sage in a little bit, I would imagine.
They've been through this exact scenario before, but they've been through lower brackets. They've known the pressure of big games. I'm not super worried. What I am interested to see is what comp Furia's going for. Last time they picked into a Yoru Raze and then solo Sky Initiator.
Sage needs a boss now. Sage is strong, dude. Sage is crazy strong.
We didn't really get to see what they were cooking with that comp.
That's right.
I mean, we've seen some ideas with the Yoru from teams like Carmine Core when they're running like the sound denial with the fade, but I didn't see the vision as much with this Yoru comp from Furia.
Yeah, when it comes to
Ranked
Yoru,
is bad. See, I disagree as well, man. I think Sage and Ranked is pretty strong.
Exceptional at the kit that you have at hand, and on a map like Split, it can be so punishing. And even Carmine Corp has had matches where they've struggled with that comp. Yeah, it is a comp that we've seen EMEA teams mainly pull out, but it's like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And when it doesn't work, it looks really
New Viper? No,
bad.
not until
when it's working, it really
not until
relies
Shanghai.
on great synergy between the timings you're taking on teleports, how your initiator player and your Raze on the dive is going with that. And I'm so glad to see them moving away from it. They're going to a straight up double duelist, put their two strongest players on confident agents. I don't think it's the best comp on this map, but I think
double
it's
duelist? Yeah, it's a little bit
that just
outdated,
needs
man.
to build up their
Like the
comp
Sky
and
just has
have
to
a
do
better
too
game.
much. You just wait for the flashes.
On the MW's era as well as Havoc. You kind of let them do their
Who
thing.
have been the two best players this season?
Exactly. Well, let's see how this is all going to pan out. We're ready for map 1. So
8-bit Ducky, thank you so much, man. Thank you. Appreciate the 15 months. Am I watching the Gen G game? Yeah, of course, bro. That game's gonna be sick.
Thank you so much, GB. Yeah, I feel like we're nerfed by time or something like that. But yes, they have set the stage perfectly and the stakes perfectly here at the desk. It is a must-win for Sentinels and also a 2-0 against Furia for them to stand a chance for Sentinels to make it to playoffs. But I'm so intrigued of where we're going here, because we're going into Split. You know, Baby Bay mentioned it. Yeah, like they want a map in that before, but I mean, it's still Sentinels. This was one of their best map picks.
Right, this is when I think Sentinels started to give everybody that idea. They're like, oh my God, these protocols. So no, they bring these protocols to every map, and they started to become the Sentinels. We know that when Masters Madrid, because of the way they would do these retakes, how they
The APAC games, yeah, they'll be on YouTube. You might even do the highlights as well, to be honest.
However, they would formulate it.
Okay, Sentinels on defense, Fury on attack, and we get a Sheriff out for MW0. And it's a lurking jet right now. Heavy pressure over towards A with the lurking jet, B with the Sheriff.
Kicking things off now, Furia on the attack. And they're starting with some pressure onto the A ramp. That's going to get spotted by a first flash called out by Sacy. Forces a little bit of a rotate, but you also see MW0 trying to work this B-side map.
Let's see if Sentinels have changed much on this split.
Double duelist online, like you said, the no Yoru this time.
Yeah.
So they'll try to start with consistency, showing MW0 B, but keeping Havoc's power here towards A as they take A heaven and lock it down for now.
Sacy was under pressure. They're gonna drop into the vents.
There is no way. Wait. There's no way this is how this game starts. That's the most stupid thing I've ever seen.
Now the swing behind the boombot, hit by the flash on the attack, and is forced to fall back as Furia now gains space.
So much chip damage to Furia right now. They've got to be so careful and be behind each other on this take. Johnqt waiting.
Havoc, though, first contact. Tens gets the first blood, though. Johnqt still waiting.
Wait, the flood is heavy.
Kills are coming up flood. Now for the Sentinels as well. Back to a 2 versus 2.
Hold up.
Now second has to try to win it.
It's close, though. Conan did pretty good to make this one doable.
Okay, that got a little scarier.
Yeah, it did get a little bit scary. Conan honestly was just popping people.
What a read. They take the sight from defense like they were taking it from offense.
Celsius there, that's so funny,
even
bro.
Dropped in, trying to play D, trying to be ahead of the game. It almost caused a heck of a chaotic fight, but Second does pull up that last frag there. And we almost had 3 or 4 go down if they didn't go up the rope so fast and vent there on Celsius, so. We hear how he feels about it.
That's
it's
so
good.
good.
Someone's back, right? It's one of the toughest things to do, even if there's 4 of them piled in. So towards mid again here from Furia. They try to get a little bit of
Okay,
action early,
and
see
they're on
if
the
anybody's
defense,
peeking,
so
instead of playing
the
aggressive.
buy that they
They
decide
do
to
not
do
find any
is
of these
just
sheriff
everyone
trades
buying
just
into
yet,
this one,
but
got
still a good
double
amount of
rifle,
firepower
and
on the side of
Tens
Furia if they
is
get these
going
sheriff hits.
real aggro
Havoc's
on
fallen.
this. Yeah,
that's
Skydog to
pressure.
set him up at the
An
beginning, and he
aggressive
just
push by
goes
Tens to
super,
start things
super
off with this
aggro.
Bulldog. Khalil trying to play
Yeah, well, I
the
like the
feeling it's
confidence.
punished. I mean, all these kills are coming in
Oh my
for Sentinels
goodness,
now.
bro.
Firepower with the Bulldogs, ADSing easy kills, trying to keep the economy up. Oswald lands a nice shot at least.
The crowd are going
Damage
crazy
but
today.
Seconds on the backside, easy one there. Easy cleanup. And that's a conversion from that pistol for the Sentinels.
Yeah, take it, win it, take the extremities too. Don't let Furia set up anything funky to try and play consistency off of, or figure out that you're not taking B main, that you are taking, you know, just nix it all, take it all out. And here Tens gets a big push up to make sure Furia have to worry about what Sentinels will start to do from the defensive side, where they
All right,
are
let's
so
check the
dang strong.
bonus.
All right, a lot of
Sacy
focus
gets
over towards
out
A
the
for Sentinels
Bucky.
here. Quick
Love
guiding
this.
light
What
while we get
what's
them some
Furia
flash
doing for their
info.
first big Barons?
As you see,
Let's see how they're looking.
should hit Furia.
Double duelist middle.
So TP across to you. So
Double
Tens
duelist middle on their own with nothing.
trying to add a little bit of paranoia, trying to see if that TP was going to be across, see how Furia want to push up towards that A ramp. To get slowed
I
down
hate
by
that that's gonna
counter-utility.
work, but fair
Yet
play.
Celsius loses his position here. Then that's an important part for Furia. Because Celsius was playing that alone here on mid, and that was his responsibility to delay that clock.
Yep.
Now there's a lot of map space here that Furia could work with.
Sacy's got the info that is Trailblazer in one flash used here. So they Trailblazer
What's the
back,
plan?
back,
To
great
send it with the
timing
boombot, do
to
you reckon?
actually be able to gain that info. See
If
Nazar.
if the smoke
Not
went
that
up,
it's just
I
somebody
guess we'll
else.
never know. They
Not
picked the
that
right
it's just
side on
Conan
this one
lurking.
though,
It's
and
gonna be
they
a
only
whole
showed
team
one
here,
pass
and
them
you
with the
see
dog,
Sacy
so it was
playing
pretty
far
nice that they
back.
all decided to
Send
hide
them
on
to
this,
take
and now
some
we
time
just
to
send it
rotate,
into
so
sight.
Furia could
Does
get
Tens
good
of
ground
smoke
here
get
to
her in
grab
time?
defense for themselves.
Yeah, but he's going to get caught now.
Tens
only
of
with the
smoke
Bucky.
coming in
Couldn't make
now,
it back towards
different
screen, so
type
there's
of
an extra
smoke. Smoke
and
to
that's
get out
allowed
of there.
from
I like
Tens,
that.
allowing him to pull back towards the screen for the rest of the Sentinels to come back and do their signature plays. Good on retakes. The
Yeah,
floods
I mean,
are good
Furia
too.
is
They don't
so
have
fine in
Celsius
this
for the
one.
snake bites to work with though.
Just
And
about
Furia,
how
they
much damage
understand
can
that type of
Sentinels
retake
do.
play, so they're playing on the left side of the A entrance. Comes down to a 3-2-1 call right now for Sentinels to start using that utility. There's that paint shells towards hell. That's gonna do a
Holy,
lot of
bro,
damage on the
he
NW0,
chunked that,
but
16.
Havoc is able to get that shot onto Tens. A flash around the corner. And Havoc's trying to stay alive as supported from his teammates. And it's looking pretty good now for Furia on his post plan. Seconds left alone, half HP, only a stinger. And Khalil
Yeah,
picks it
that's
up.
pretty nice though.
Clean
They
round in the end
the
for
lot
Furia
of
in their good
HPs
round.
and a lot of people that could have died, but
Stronghold,
managed
too,
to
pretty much
stick
anchoring
stick
everybody
around.
inside
Got
at that
free
one point
armory
just
buys.
to make sure they could trade each other, and Sentinels could not find a way to drop in or pop in. Great
I mean,
first
kind of all
kill
came
as
down
well.
to this mid
Now they convert
mid
to
duel.
5v4 on the bonus, and we saw Furia do that on the second round too. They came out, they rushed towards mid to see if anybody would even try to get a peek. They're a little bit slower, and they do find the advantage of
Yeah, this
Celsius.
one makes
Celsius
more
going
sense.
for a look.
Getting the sky over
All right,
towards middle so
so
they
we
can
come up the
actually
fourth
flash
round.
or dog through.
The buys all around here. And it's a different setup now. Sentinels in the 2-1-2 just about, as it's more of the 1-3-1.
I do think this makes a
Furia
lot of
like to
sense.
start off
Again,
on
it's
mid here.
impressive how Celsius manages to hold
we've seen
mid
MDB
a
Zero
lot
be
of
the
time
start
on
at
his
B.
own.
We've seen Havoc be the start at B. Now they keep the duelists together because we're going to get some action out of these
I like
two.
that Furia
Might
trying
be
to
a
punish
blast
this.
back
This
towards
time he
back
does
here to
have
clear
Zekin
it
with
out
him.
with a follow-up
There
from
wasn't
the
a
rest of
fast
the
A,
team.
which I
Something
think he was
simple,
there for over
just
towards
start.
A.
Flash misses. That's an easy kill for a second to start things off. So that's NW0 down. The Boombot doesn't get more information. Oh! Zelsis tried to pivot behind the boxes and just got hit through the smoke.
Yeah, no, he was on top of that, right? He was boxed the whole time. And this is one of the good things about this box. I like to see that from Furia pretty early. Like, this box counters this smoke, right? You think that you're clear over towards vents, but actually just have a straight up angle on you.
Can easily put that up and down the traps into sight, leave them safe. And this is, I think, what benefited.
We've got 40 seconds. Camera's about to spot him in a little bit, and Tense has gone searching over towards B. I imagine there was a Skydog that I missed.
And rotate off of B.
And
Tense has double smoke to help out his team here, so you should see this X get smoked.
Now decided to commit towards the A
Comes
site.
the smoke, just in time. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that, Cage. Had the smoke in.
An advantage for Furia in a pulse plant.
Planted.
All this a delay from Sacy to try to give a chance for Tense to flank behind. Khalil still watching that ramp. Was Labor gets that pick though. Even up on a 2 versus 2. Noswer is low on HP.
What is the flash like?
Full HP on his end as they're doubling up together on the attack side, trying to fight the elbow. Behind the smoke, walks through the timing. Now spotted by Sacy.
Oh, they take down the high HP as well.
The screens.
And smoke this off.
And a shot missed by Noswer. An opportunity to defuse, easily done there.
A solid round from Tense. Good push over towards B. I want to say that Sacy's. I want to say it was Sacy Skydog that kind of enabled this. I'm pretty sure.
Cover them on the way into screens with maybe
Yeah, it's a nice 2v3.
head being shown. Well, it's just enough at just the right time.
I feel a little bit bad for Fury there. I didn't like the jet push, but this. Yeah, people are starting to do that way more now against the Viper over towards middle.
They lose to a simple walkout in this situation.
And actually, you saw that kill is on the top of the boxes that Havoc actually satcheled on. So that's probably one of the reads here that Furia has been reading on how Sentinels plays that map. That Zelsis likes to push
Last
forward.
one. Wait, how Fury got
behind the boxes? So you're trying to maximize a little bit of your strategy, leaving this through against
Fury
Sentinels.
got a lot of money here, to be fair.
Definitely coming in with a game plan so far, but the round
Scream after every kill. Yeah, the crowd is different for the Sentinels games, that's for sure. I mean, John was saying in the interview. Sentinels fans are crazy.
So they're trying to get a little more.
My favorite trip over towards middle. I think this is just so strong against teams that don't do. So strong against teams that don't do enough pressure over towards middle, especially double duelists.
Smoke it out, hold the anchored sites, and now Furia have to rethink how they want to work the map. It's going to be difficult though.
And they spot a lot of people here. Skydog goes over towards A, they clear a lot of A info, they even get the orb on top of this one, and Sacy goes fast behind, has so much map control. They got a trip for info, and then at one point he's going to see Tense fall back, but...
So yeah, trying to read Furia now, but
yeah, they discover the trip.
The way they've danced about this has been
and
able
how
to
the
do
hell
chip
do these
damage and get them
two
into
or
the
three
site
deal with
the
the trip?
plants.
Wait, did they even
This
go
here
close
Sentinels
enough to
can
hear
really
the
start to
trip?
Put a gap in the rounds if they prevent that.
The chance they
You
didn't.
can already see with 30 seconds left. Furia's just trying to save their weapons, but Sacy's on the hunt. Doesn't really hear the footsteps towards the water, but there's definitely 2 players walking towards him. And all he does here, even if he dies, is just slow that clock down and not give a chance here for Furia to get inside that site. But nobody is moving. All staying put
You
towards
absolutely
spawn
love
and
this
water.
if you're Sentinels.
And they understand this from Sentinels. Sacy wants to try to do this damage, but that camera to the showstopper on that B side was really a wrench now into Furia's early plans in that round number 5.
Yeah, we'll have to pay attention to Furia's alt orbs here. They'll be able to kick back here in a few rounds. And make sure they swing even harder. Yeah, so it's going to be the lowest buy for MW0, who's ready to go on daggers. So that's kind of all right for them. They still had money on Noswer to get a purchase in.
Luca, you just have to mix it up is the main
all
thing.
That information they use to just
You honestly just want to mix it up, and it depends on your actual. It depends on all the positioning of everyone else. Because obviously, if they fast,
Justin Jefferson, dude. Good job, boys. Nice kills.
obviously if they fast hit over towards the site, you want to make sure that you have a good amount of numbers there.
Calls a timeout. The first one now in this series, and it sets up the
Rough
stage quite well
timeout,
if you're looking
dudes.
from
It's
the
gave them a
Sentinels'
lot of
point
money.
view. You know, they have to win a 2-0 against Furia, but they have to win in a decisive manner here.
Yeah.
Gracie, thank you so much for that. Gracie Michaelia, right? Thank you so much for the tier 1. Appreciate you. Welcome into the Slug Club. Thank you for doing that.
Shake off all the pressure from before. Stay innovative. Like we said.
Opinion on SEN tanking map 2 to avoid. Nah, dude, it's not gonna happen. the best way is obviously going out in playoffs, but no one's gonna. If you're in a team, like no one's gonna try. Like you still want to win a Masters. No one's gonna try and avoid it, even though like all of the.
Sentinels saying hopefully we can.
Even though the advantage of going to like
even though they didn't see the trip mid,
all of the Masters has been pretty much taken away, and it does cost you long-term team-wise.
All right, so it's going to be
like teams still want to go to the lands.
Towards the left side of the map.
Bro, the crowd is crazy today.
Utility here, give them something to see off these first few guiding lights, and still work it very slow to counter off each other. I don't think Furia have actually found anything they like that works. Mid-round was that, so we haven't seen them go back just yet. I think they're kind of saving that juice for a few more rounds from now here as they try to get some A main in the mind of Sentinels.
They're stopping now towards the A ramp as well for Furia. They really want to force a little bit of util on this side.
Sentinels do this camera all the time. You would think that they at least have an idea that it could be there.
Furia solely heading back, waiting for the wall to come up to try to escape, and they'll be able to do so, but the lurk doesn't work out. A 1v1 against Tens. Tens wins it against Conan. Now that activates Furia towards the A site, trying to capitalize on something we mentioned. The numbers of Sentinels towards this A site. I mean, they're having fun so far.
Bro,
down the numbers of Furia,
that was your big buy round after your timeout.
The Boombot's gonna spot him. Able to break it a bit and also get the kill onto Zekin, but with the spike down, and all of Sentinels over this spike, it's looking difficult for Khalil to get anything done here.
What's going on with Furia? Yeah, I don't know, man. That's your big idea after your timeout. That's atrocious.
They've taken the double duelist composition, and yet we have not seen
go A heaven, break a trip. Everyone goes back after breaking a trip. There's a common camera. The Sentinels use like what, 60 to 70% of their setups. They don't even consider it, and they just solo duel over towards B, and then duel over towards A. You got a double duel. This comp, man, send it.
And they aren't even getting a chance to set up in the situations because they're worried maybe a trip, maybe a push. Where's this person first? I think Furia need to take control of their own game right now and just go.
As you call that, there's finally a double satchel up to try to control the A ramp. Bit of a broken buy they currently have on Furia, so they can dance around NW0's Blade Storm. Now as they do that initial pressure towards that A ramp,
okay, question mark crit heaven.
For a mid-round call on middle.
I just feel like the wall wasn't up and they've cleared it already.
Finding back, orbing up, rotating Zekin all the time towards this B heaven, A heaven take. This time though, there's not too much utility to help Zekin.
Guy Flash goes up towards B, they take B control. Seekers goes heaven, they follow that up. It's a lovely smoke from Sentinels though.
Trying to push the numbers back, and Havoc answers first onto Sacy inside.
Holy hell, who is that? Elsis, man, you're a lunatic.
We go here on that middle take. Now in the front of that B side, Second is
I mean, this was nice shots. They disrespected the smoke over towards heaven. Like, this was ballsy from them. That's much better.
And this is finally looking good now for Furia since the timeout.
A little spice. We do see the ultimates coming through to make
Dude, I need to see the Zalsis death. The Zalsis death looked mental on the minimap. From what I heard as well, he's shooting a lot of bullets. I definitely shot all of them and he got killed reloading or what.
And maybe they see how Sentinels reacts to these pressure plays. We'll see a bit of a cross-map play 3-2 again.
This filled me with more confidence though. Question mark over towards heaven and then like actual decisive
hit. They're going to flash, put the wall up, and maybe lurk on it. That's drawn Sentinels before. We'll see how they react to now just Tens.
Looks like they're going for the same thing.
More than one. Remember, this was just a Conan lurk last time in B main. So we're now
seeing it is same thing over towards heaven. Skydog out. A little bit unlucky, but at least they're way more decisive. Holy.
Trying to pivot across. Okay. That's an opening right now towards the B site. It's open for Furia to move in. We're just waiting here for Khalil, smoking out towards the spawn, and he'll TP across for a safe plant.
Yeah, they just don't know yet. You gotta give all the credit here. You might just get spammed through a smoke.
Spike planted.
Oof. Super low on the chip damage there. And a good flank here coming in from Conan.
That's the Seekers from Sentinels to get information. The late lurk also spotted as Conan.
Yeah, that's nice from Conan though. Don't commit, just make sure they're scared of it.
This gives a chance now for Sentinels to activate, but that's a nice shot from Havoc. He's trying to wrap around. Two players inside that side on the high-low. Havoc trying to find that timing. First contact is MW0, and it works out. Johnqt again, a second attempt, a second
Nice solid round from Havoc. It looks so much better when they just send it, commit with numbers.
Nice little
There wasn't too much util here, it's more just down to timing, but
the Trailblazer,
at least they're doing stuff together. Rosefawn, thank you so much.
For Furia's plays. So Sentinels.
Of course, dude. Hope the studying goes well. Thank you so much for the 4 months.
When Sen starts to move. See, Tens wasn't even ready in sight when Havoc hit there.
Yeah.
It's the little things that they're working on. That conditioning towards A is now they snap towards
Tired
B.
today? Oh yeah,
It
dude.
took
I'm
a bit,
excited to
but
sleep,
they're starting
man.
to claw the
I'm
round
excited
back.
to sleep a little
And
bit
also
later.
forcing the timeout early from the Sentinels camp.
We're up early for Pacific
Sentinels,
today.
yeah, they're doing pretty good here on how they're scoring on these first bloods, but instantly we see these nice quick trades coming back from Furia.
Avoid
They are
Cypher.
answering. The worry here for Furia was that it
Yeah,
took
and
the
I wonder
ultimates to
if
grab that
Sentinels are
round.
just
To
either
shake
gonna play
the
aggro
confidence
A
of Sentinels
and maybe they
off
put
of their
10s there
defensive
because they like to
positions,
do
but
that,
they're
or
really
whether
nice
they're just gonna
cross-map
clear this
macro
question mark
play.
over towards Heaven a lot faster.
Even if it didn't look the cleanest, the win is the objective, and that's what they
time
got.
is it?
So
Coming
getting
up to
a
half
timeout from
12.
Sen here. Kaplan probably seeing it too, that everything was really straightforward from Furia here in the first few rounds to mid pressure, read the map, and then hit a site. And now you're starting to get
Yeah,
little
10's gonna go
variety.
Heaven because that's how they
just
normally like
swap
to play it.
So 3 on the right, 2 towards B this time.
Yeah, is he gonna TP across?
Let's see if they try to pressure with any kind of a fake dash or MW Zera getting a quick hit here with the AWP or the op. Oh my gosh.
And Sentinels keep working the economy here. You're seeing them in a lot of half buys.
Makes a lot of sense.
They
Furia
wanna stay
haven't changed up
healthy
what they're
for
doing.
this
Let's see how this
into
one
the
works
next.
out.
For sure.
Trying to break down economy from Furia's end. As you mentioned here, this 3-2 they were trying to work early from the attack side of Furia. They continue with this conditioning of flashing out towards that A ramp. Counter flashes coming out from Sentinels too, but that deep smoke is going to force Furia to rework the map.
And they've switched
Yeah,
everything.
as soon as this
I mean,
smoke
you see
comes down, they're
Johnqt
not in
considered
for it.
B now.
Then
10s
now
is
they
in
want
A
to take
heaven
over
as he
towards
was
middle, but
anchoring
there's
for
2 people
8
middle.
rounds previously on B. So yeah,
They still got Skydog, so they want to try send
has
it.
to consider, but they still need to play their game.
I mean,
But that's
honestly, this
just
could
about
work
one of
well.
the basic strats, like I said, the 1-3-1.
And the traps you have from Johnqt is also to try to get traps from the scaling that Furia's been doing towards Orange, and it works out well for Zelsis to anchor up. Controlling Mail, Snakebite, vulnerable, easy kill on the first one onto Havoc. MWs are moving in with the nice little shot to answer right back. And now Furia are going to group up towards this B main, but they still
Bad,
don't
man.
know
At least
the
they're going
sets
with
here. They
numbers
maybe
on
hurt
this.
the camera that's going on and off, and they're trying to
Shout out to Havoc, man. He's not scared to send it.
That's a great call.
Give
A
him
lot of
that.
times you hear Cypher in that situation.
30 seconds on this one.
They don't have Havoc anymore, so they can't quickly blast the packs.
Oh, guys, you gotta make a decision. Fake
go
B into
around
A.
What could be the trips, but they may still affect them in sight if they go the wrong way. Oh my
20
God.
seconds. 20 seconds. We're dropping into the vents. Gotta get the melons ready. Here we go. Tens has got one flash to help his teammate over towards site.
There's only 10 seconds left. You got to move quick.
The kill.
Gets the pick.
That's the
That's
flash.
going to make it difficult, rendering difficult for Furia to move inside. There's that side step.
Holy.
And that is the round confirmed for Sentinels.
Nice shots from Sacy on this. Huge. Oh boy. Furia, come on.
Wow.
It,
What a reaction.
let's go back to the. Honestly, when they make a call and they send it, it looks like they win majority of the rounds. They just got to make that call and send it.
I thought they were trying to
Coming
get
in
around
way
the
too
traps.
late.
No, they're looking for somebody in the peak, in the rotation, as you would maybe on a pistol round. They are not getting
They get this
what
pick
they
at
want out of
50
Sentinels
seconds and they
right
still
now.
don't go down to vents at 20. Like they legit chill out for 30 seconds here.
Zach, don't lose your confidence. Like if I'm warming up, I get that kill, just come with me right away. Like don't stage 2 unless it's like.
Come with me right away. We're going to war. Zeus is ready. Vibe Merchant online. And it's going to be an ult towards mid here, so they just snuff out.
Yeah,
a
and this
quick trap
ult
for
is,
Furia to start.
dude, this ult is
Now
way
it's up to
deeper
Furia
than
to
normal.
work the map here already.
They were looking
So
to
how's
be
the
very,
cubby
very
in?
proactive at the beginning of the round too.
Yeah.
Zera had a great position at orb, trying to see if there's going to be an over peak, but Sentinels really haven't been doing that towards the A side ramp. Now finally you're seeing these jump spots coming out from 10s if you're looking at that radar. But they don't know yet here for Sentinels that there's a potential second op that's coming out in the hands of MW0. Also
It's a fake
holding the
over
spike to
towards
pivot
A.
B. But the camera almost spotted Khalil.
Dog and a
There's no
flash,
pings
you would
coming out right now,
imagine.
so he didn't see the
That pulls the
20 shoes of
rotate
that
out.
Omen. Trying to sell that fake on that east side.
That is a huge flash from
Havoc
Sacy though.
We'll see if they can
Sacy
maybe get
insta
around
flash over
Johnqt's
towards heaven.
utility
Didn't
with
hit
the
anyone. The raise goes back over towards site. Okay, well there goes the raise.
Wasted. But at least
Bro, there's a smoke there. He's just straight up banged him through it. The great and they can get the plant down. Dude, I'm telling you, when these guys make a decision, the round looks lovely.
No damage being done. And we're in a great spot now for
strong
Furia
ult.
to play that pulse plant. There's also that fake that they were trying to do for Furia on that A side. It's now a late lurk and a backside from Nosware. Up shot missed though as Sacy.
Yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on the late luck over towards Sky here. Sky can win the round for sure. I mean, honestly, the Viper should be winning the round on zone.
Here's the footsteps. Here's the TP. Khalil gets the pick to trade it back out, and Furia are finally holding the pulse plant. Player advantage coming in their favor. Over aggression coming out from Furia though. As that clock is still ticking down, it might be too little too late. You already see 10s pulling back, and also
very nicely done.
Celsius. Furia will still end with the round in their favor.
The way that Furia is playing the double duelist comp, it's just so outside the box right now. I'm loving it, and I'm also like, is it still gonna work? Because it's tough. They have a site on A. We've been saying we haven't seen the double duelist.
This was probably their best run that they ran, to be honest.
That wasn't their objective that time. They said, well, if we do double duelist into A, that's probably going to be the harder hold. We know Cypher's on B. It's probably the softer site.
Bro, what is that?
There, and we can take
I saw that on the minimap, but like, what the hell is that?
Playing even towards the trips, playing towards the util, they're just looking for the softer site right now. They're looking for any advantage, even on these rounds when they have their ults, because they know Sentinels is going to be clapping back hard.
That's the key word. They're definitely maximizing on the ultimates that they've had, right? For 2 rounds, they've used 2 ults to convert it into their favor. So, great job so far by Furia. 4 rounds under their belt on the first half.
Yeah.
Walking contact up towards the A ramp as a flash comes out on the defensive side to get contact. A wall bang.
No way, man. Tens.
So
If he's gonna do that, he's gotta commit to his original plan.
Pushing him away. And that gives a chance now for Furia to move inside A.
All right, towards heaven. It's the choice here. The executive decision. Do they waterfall into sight, or how long do they
I honestly didn't mind his re-peek because in theory you're gonna get a kill because someone's committing to the spam. But then he like,
holding a lot of the
then he went back after the re-swing to get spammed again.
But yeah,
I gave him, he gave him a double go at it.
Anchor at this point, you're not going to get a lot out of them.
Putting so much pressure and responsibility onto Sacy, playing it alone towards the back of the map. They have a knob also for Sentinels as Zekin is rotating across here towards the A heavens. Slowly creeping up, and there's players waiting right there. Patience on the side of Furia, trying to punish a mistake.
Needs a
Smoke
slipper.
towards the screen, the walk across,
Huge,
easy
man.
kill for a second as it wasn't checked out.
Solid
Now
reactions.
the pivot coming in with 30 seconds left. They have to commit now towards
Bro,
the
that
A side.
cage
Shot
is
by Johnqt.
so nice.
Showstopper now out and trying to delay him back. Celsius on that flank. Showstopper actually managed to survive there at 2 HP for Khalil.
Spikes in A main.
Second hat though. Now they know
Double sight, 10 seconds again.
Spike is now down. Sacy once again in the back of the map puts the kill on the board. Celsius on that flank, and it's clean in the
I
end
swear,
for the Sentinels.
every time Fury's actually like gone to a site with more than 5 seconds left,
Yeah.
like in the beginning, I feel like they've won
that.
that.
Reacting here is leaving Furia stumped. You were waiting for a peak, you're waiting for
Melons,
a pick,
bro,
and
it's just
Zekin
everywhere,
actually
isn't it?
gives it to you on a
Like they get the
small
fast
flipper.
pick of
It's just they
125,
didn't hunt enough that time, right
and then they chill in heaven for literally a whole
You're not
minute.
getting up from that.
They're giving a lot of trust though for NWZ, right? He was already there towards that trash, looking back towards the spawn, but it's an angle that wasn't watched.
I feel like
All right, towards mid again. We go back to a few of these strats where the 1-3-1 feels good for Furia. Oh, they're going fast this
Okay,
time.
much better. They'll probably win this round. They're actually sending it.
Towards the A ramp safely, but mid is now under control of Furia.
Yeah, let's see. They're gonna send it into a site with potentially 3 people.
Towards B main.
Yeah.
And now positioning Zekin to watch that line with the operator.
I think that's an important thing. That's a great thing to
Chilling.
point out. Is Furia takes
Yeah,
something.
let's see how long
Sentinels
they take.
something, right? Whether it's a person, an anchor, or a position on the map.
They go over
They
towards
are
middle. We got
always
question
active
mark. We
against
got
Furia's
question
attack
mark.
here.
We
Yeah, take
break
it and
the
give it for
dog
Furia.
that was trying to clear the
They have to
question
look to
marks.
rework
Question
that
mark
map.
still stands.
Nosware does have a flash to work with though,
Got
and they
camera.
do
It
anticipate
spots all of this. No
some
question
sort of
mark.
line coming through. They hurt the arm from Zekin on that previous round. They'll have to use and waste that flash to take control of Garage. A split activated for Furia.
Oh, holy
Top of
hell,
B
that's
heavy.
just...
B-man.
How does this Omen
Zekin
flash,
connects that
bro?
shot onto
Oh
Khalil.
my god.
Seeger's coming out on the defensive side to get information. Tense inside that smoke. But there's a
They're still gonna
Furia
win.
moving through. Blade Storm now activated. Both duelists moving inside.
Dude, if they'd committed every single round, they would have overwhelmed everyone.
You have a lower buy from Furia that might convert here. The Seekers is getting information. Look at that Seeker just dancing across and finally connects there on the top of heaven. And that's Celsius. The shot's not connecting. Conan falls. Nozer trying to save the round, and his shots also do not connect. Now pivoting back out. Now to a 1v1, and Johnqt is able to save that round for Sentinels. Getting at the fuse, and Sentinels will get the half 8-4.
The IGL fight to round out the first half, and Johnqt leads them to an 8-4 lead. It got really back and forth there when Furia started to pull some fakes, but Sentinels.
The game goes crazy. Yeah, it got a little bit rough there in the
like they had cement
got a little
shoes
rough
on
in the
for a little
2v2.
bit. And then Furia didn't feel comfortable in any positions they were pushing or any strat they were calling.
Yeah. So far, so good for Sentinels with Furia. They look like they do have some fight in them so far. 4 rounds that they picked up here on this first half.
Don't Sentinels have to win off like round difference as well, or am I wrong?
Thank you so much for that, fellas. Okay, so we're at 8-4 in the half here. We have
Wait, you've literally written it here.
Over here, but on
average, Sen needs Loud and them to win by around +6
yeah,
per
I think we
map.
saw some good moments from Furia in this one, but what was really killer was how proactive Sen was in a lot of these late rounds, keeping a player entrenched or going for these reclears. That
They
was
need to win
punishing a Furia that was so
13-5
often
both
running out of
maps or
time.
better.
This round was one of those great examples that we
that
kind of see a
is-
mistake often with Furia, where they think they have a gap for a
That
lurk
is
where
rough.
there isn't really one, and then are forced to expedite into this site.
Ever
where Sen
listened
has a
to Frost and
fantastic
Babyface
reclear
podcast?
set up
No,
to
I haven't.
dominate them. It was close rounds like these.
Frost
that
is
Sen knocked
in-
out of the park right
is
at the
in the
very
coach.
end. It got them this advantageous half.
Yeah, and it's so cool how they're able to identify what reclear to do in the right moment. They understood that they had a one-way cam on them.
Yeah.
Nobody from Furia knew that it was there. It didn't get broken. The wall comes up. When they drop the wall again, they see nobody in the A ramp.
Yeah, it could be interesting. I'll add it to the
That's
list.
how they identify it, and it looks so clean when they do it. On the flip side, Havoc looked pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of
Podcast
continuing
must
the
be
form
chill.
we saw in their
Dude, he might
series
be
last
flaming
week
people.
in this
We'll give it a
double
listen.
duelist comp. I think when they were going for these fast dive plays, he was getting a lot of those critical kills to make these rounds possible.
Furia released a
for Furia.
comms video.
Yeah, and that's what you need, especially with
NZR, the
double duels, when there
IGL,
was
is given a
actually
call.
chaos.
He's interrupted by
That's
Havoc
when
saying,
Havoc was
listen to me.
thriving. Most
And he
of his kills were
proceeds to
multi-kills,
call
but he won
completely
the round
wrong.
doing
Oh
it.
my goodness.
And yeah, he might be -1 right now, but I mean, it's tough playing against the Sentinels
Wait,
who
really,
change their
Des?
setup so frequent. And
Is there subtitles for that, Desper? Is it
They're a
all
really
in
difficult team to play
Portuguese?
against, but for Furia, super important pistol round here. If you give Sentinels that momentum on their attacking side, this could very well be a look towards map 2.
Yeah, couldn't agree more with that one, Mimi. Let's go ahead and send
Only
it back over to
Portuguese.
Vansili and Riv for the
Dude, I
rest of
love
the
the what was it last year? Was it MIBR? Like the behind the scenes MIBR stuff? That stuff was legit last year.
Back here on their defensive side.
That was like
split.
real fly in the wall
Both
stuff. It was
duelists
pretty
are
cool.
finally starting to find their footing. Yes, you're talking about like maybe not getting too many kills and you're a -1 or whatnot, but Havoc definitely has been doing a lot of impact so far and how they were entering towards the site. And you're hoping here.
Valor
as a
Pro
Furia
aim
fan,
at the same level as
that they
CS
could do the
Pros?
same
I
here on
mean,
the
pretty
defensive
much.
side.
It's a little bit easier to aim in this game. Everyone's got melon
Sentinels are
heads.
starting
They're
off with
huge.
3 players playing contact on the top of middle, and that's Havoc though, swinging out from Mail.
Okay.
And Zek gonna fall.
Starting off this round real nice. I saw Havoc in the mess room playing the basketball. Yep, getting his shot on to start Vans. He's got the wrist action already going here.
A nice little 3-pointer for sure.
So one way to start off here when you need all these rounds. So B hit coming in. Khalil's gonna smoke to delay, but it looks like Sentinels are heavy on this B.
Definitely see there that for Furia side, they're also
Surely
very active
wouldn't.
around the map. Going back and forth as Havoc
Nade
after
is
that
gonna
first
be
kill on
big.
Mail, trying to prep up paint shells here, but it's too late.
Oh.
Big paranoia though comes out on the defensive side. for
Omen
Khalil.
flash back was good.
Flashbacks
Dude, the
are
util
right
back when they
It's a
ate the
1v1
Omen
force
flash was
attack. The
incredible.
trades
Omen
coming
flash
through.
back aside with a
Despite
flash
yet
through
to
their
move
own
inside
wall.
now for the
The
Sentinels,
fact
but
that no one
there's
could
3 players
capitalize on the
already
free
rotated out
people
towards
getting
B main.
Omen flash, that was kind of sick from Sentinels. Fair
Hands down
play.
under heavy
That's a
attack.
good flash
Sacy
as well,
fully
man.
blinded. Tens does save his teammate for a bit. Sacy, they're gonna hear the reload. Swings out at least for a kill. 4 on a
Dude, they really need this clutch from Tencent if they need round difference.
Dancing around and FW0 is there on the save. We are not hitting shots today on both camps.
No, yeah. This is probably just the sun in their
silly
eyes,
just calling
you know?
him out.
That happens to everybody. It is getting a little messy on those. A lot of timing is being kind of, I think, catching people off guard in these. How fast each other are pushing. I mean, that Fury round almost looked like when SEN was retaking, everybody just entered the site. They're like, oh yeah, you're going, so are we. Very, if you're doing it, I'm doing it kind of strats going on right now on these pistols. So that's going to be 1-1. Furia and SEN both grabbing one to start off their halves. And that is an important one for Furia here. They set up pretty generic defense to make sure Sentinels will be stopped at all fronts. A good push out A main extremity. That Trailblazer sees a lot.
Honestly, though, is the double duelist comp not pretty good against some of the aggro Viper stuff that they do?
There's less players now.
The timing, though.
I don't want to play. Like, it's fine to play in front of some of this, at least over towards
so
B.
They have an inkling that Sentinels are trying to deathball back towards the A site, where Nosra is now repositioning on the top of A ramp to support here Havoc on this crossfire setup. Smoke now.
Oh, that smoke came in at a perfect time, by the way. What? Wait, how was that so delayed? There must have been like one. Oh my goodness, they tried to flood in. How did this guy die from a solo nade? Was it literally Skydog into
They have the better guns
nade?
right now in this too. It's going to be a Marshall and a Spectre coming in.
They're both one-shot though for the Marshal, so the Marshal should be alright.
And Khalil is not there with MW0 to try to flash for him. Playing both extremities at the
I mean,
entrance.
Sacy
The
looked
flash
like he
is being
just
used
ate
towards
the
Hell to
last
clear out.
tick.
Again, those weapons that you mentioned now is an opportunity for Sentinels to actually play the perfect crossfire against this weaker buy, you could put it this way now for Furia. Footsteps are now being heard towards the front of the map. The backstab coming out from Zek
Shot,
and
man.
also Khalil. And NW0 is trying to save that round. Still stuck with the Marshal, 20 HP, and that clock is ticking down.
One shot on either side.
Zelsis just runs the time down in his favor. And NW0 gets a nice pick.
Close.
Wait a minute.
Gonna be close.
I think so. Holy, bro. 0.03. Well,
Oh my god. I mean, you could think of so many things. The Viper's fight that went over towards A main that delayed. Just a few more seconds. This, that, everything. It comes down to that. 0.03. Sentinels take it back right after a first round.
blue
and Furia
blipped. Yeah, it did.
So desperately needed.
Just.
And
Only
now the
just.
pressure is on. Sentinels do not want to let any gap get closed between these rounds.
Well, just when Furia actually looked like they had a pretty good.
To land that shot was clean though.
He's like, all right, bring the chair
Yeah,
back up.
I think he thought he
Going
lost.
through all those emotions in that 1v1.
Triple stack. Oh, yeah, you see so many on the radar with your jump peeker.
Of the vents now
Yeah, it might be an easy call. John can take a lot of space potentially. Oh, he does have a rifle. Okay, interesting. I was wondering if they knew because it was going to be an eco, if they would try and treat it maybe a little bit like a bonus.
Toying with death as Johnqt starts us off.
But as soon as they want to get every round, I think this does make sense.
A lower buy round, you want your lurker to put pressure on that side. Start letting Furia know they have to worry. Sacy could be in a little bit of trouble here with the rest of the squad.
They're fine.
They're okay. They got the timing back.
Sentinels were playing a perfect buddy system at the same time too. I mean, you invested a lot. You won that thrifty. You have full rifles coming through for Sentinels as well, and I like that Zikin pivoted over with Johnqt to make sure that they don't lose any weapons on one side, giving it to Furia's side. Now you can see with the plant coming through, Furia staying fully back, potentially even saving their shares, or maybe even dying a spike going into the next round.
Yeah.
Because they need every round.
they wanna play is the
You reckon it's worth hunting
Sentinels
to try get an
understand
ult?
that. They wanna go on a hunt.
What a shot, bro.
Trying to farm up these orbs, but it's MW0 doing
Oh
that.
my
A second shot down to
days,
10s,
dude.
now the dash activated. Vandal now picked up an opportunity for Furia to do some more econ damage. And as he doesn't come into contact with anything more.
I go now. Another orb. Feed me.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether it's
Maybe
death
to
or
get another
kill.
gun there.
Exactly, one away there from a Bladestorm if he gets another pick or just dies from his opponents.
Ooh, I mean, that was kind of close to getting another.
The round still comes in for Sentinels.
MW0 picking up a lot there. You mentioned that SEN don't want to be losing those guns. It's not terrible that they do with the money, but it's Furia needs to start getting ways back in, hitting the economy. It is one of the first. Again, we mentioned the importance of Johnqt being able to make that flank, or sorry, that lurk be effective. You can bet Furia is going to be trying
Alright,
to
Big
keep
Byron for
somebody
Furia.
on
We
that
get the
to
op
face
out,
John.
op
Now,
over
what
towards
if we're
B,
facing the whole family?
and
Next time you
Sentinels
try to peek
looking
that,
like
that
they
might be
want
the
to go
case. They're
fast
ready to
over
get either
towards
guy
A,
light
which
and straightforward here.
variation.
Havoc or just a slow play to all.
Go 3 fast A's.
Flash goes towards the A ramp. Shots are missed, and a second one.
Okay,
also
so they
off
wanted to
Tens.
do the
Almost
boom
on
bolt
that
Omen
3D.
flash heaven.
Tens out of the shrouded step. Flicks in down for the kill. And Nozzle is under a heavy pressure and under heavy attack in the back of this A site. Turning around, and there's Zelsis to greet him.
That's wild.
Bro, and you gotta retake this with an op. I think you just gonna be saving this one, especially as this ult goes in. All for the save comes in. And pretty much a similar time where Sentinels win a round with everyone alive, so they get all the money.
But wait, Omen. It's like, what are you supposed to do in that? Sentinels are always keeping things in their strats.
And look more confident. Yeah, and this was just this is just like a classic call essentially. You get a big buy, you know that potentially they might have an op out, and you just send it fast
Furia
rush.
had a third player on the top of the A ramp, at least to
I mean, they wanted the original plan is to Omen
towards
TP
the A ramp.
here,
We saw
and
as
then
soon
I
as the
imagine
first
it's
shot
Skydog
There's already game
like
over there
this
for
with
Furia
Boombot that goes like
trying
this,
to
and then you
control
just
the A
flash
site.
off whichever gets info.
And
They got the
because
kill
they
so
lost
early
site
that they
so
just sent
early
it
with no
inside.
picks, no damage, and they invested heavily into an op in this round number 16. All 3 players remaining are falling back towards this.
This is like the easiest way to deal with
Trying to
ops.
save
This is
that
how we
into
did
the
it
next
in
round.
Liquid.
And Sentinels, I mean,
Just
this
you
is a
playing
full
against an
roster,
op, just send
and
it,
that
man.
stays alive and
So
a
just
lot
do a fast
of money
strat,
built up
and
here
then
in
you
the
would just
second
have a
half.
strat where you just flash like every corner at the
The
beginning.
operator is the last chance here for MW Zera and crew to find a way to shut down Sentinels as they round these corners. First time, I don't even know if they know the op's there. It was at B, and I don't know if we even heard a shot go off. And here, see this again. Just looking everywhere. And then you're worrying because you know with that kind of entry, you're going to get a few more on you.
Jalen Brunson, the owner of...
Yeah, as soon as you try to peek one of them, everybody's swarming in from A main there. So we get the pause here. Timeout from Furia. We're going to discuss how they might be able to throw down on what could be the last few rounds if Sentinels bring it from 11 to 13 that quick. Again, the operator's online. We're going to see Havoc with the judge. He's going to try to lay down the verdict here. I like the judge in male. I like to deliver. See if you can get a few there, maybe in the rope room.
Bro, they kind
else,
of.
you're
I don't
leaving it
want
up
to
them,
curse it, but I'm gonna say
rounding
it.
the corner close. And
Said they
Sentinels
need
is
to
usually
win
doing that with a
both
few members
games,
of
and they
the
can
bunch.
only lose 5. So it's 10 rounds basically together, right? They need 13-5, 13-5.
Third round was a lot of players conditioning to fight
I mean,
early from the top vents into Ramen.
Don't say it. I'm just saying it's at the moment
And if they want to try to
looking
work towards that
good.
middle, well, at least you'll see once we get inside the server here. They posted up the op there from MW.
They're up against the op. They're up against the judge. No ults for a little bit. Omen ult.
They're grouping up here for a fast take on this A ramp. 10 setting up potentially for this flash for the satchels to come through from Zekin.
And they're, I mean, Havoc's gonna get space here, but Havoc wants to keep the fight. Havoc wants to shoot somebody. He wants to use that judge, and Sentinels avoid one.
Omen flash this time. They really thought they were going to be talking about over towards heaven how to deal with this. Boom bot into, and we've got a free site here. Omen ult as well. And everyone's far away, and we've got to retake the site with an op. And Sentinels, what are we doing? No one wants to play ramp, and you want to play spawn. This normally doesn't end too well. So Furia looking good, especially as they cleared ramp so fast. I mean, someone on site has to go huge. They're just doing like their normal A side stuff, and they make this strong. Could work out well.
Johnqt has the left. The explosion from screens collapses on Furia if they time it right.
There's that judge coming into work, but Tens is out towards the elbow. A 1-for-1 and an advantage for Furia as they're storming back towards the A site.
Man, Tens is a beast. His time is getting low.
A double swing out, a wide one coming through as Zelsis picks the kill. Off shot misses, second one connects, back to a 1v1. And it's against NW0 close range.
What a shot. The time
but there's no time. NW0 forced to fall back.
Dude, 10 saved them. It feels like 10 saved them. They hit a lot of good shots there.
What a
one on site was huge, and the one spawn, or was it heaven? I can't remember.
Really nicely done. Allowed Tens kind of have some little safety in sight. Couldn't say the same for Johnqt because Havoc just went all out to get in there. Very nicely done.
13-7 on average, gaining 6 rounds per map is what they need.
Time, it seems. And yeah, just having the Viper wall here.
But I guess anything helps them, right?
On Furia's entrance.
Nice. Nice job, Zach. Pookie. Pookie.
as well as have your own smokes. It's just so good. Oh my God. They're vibing now. Looks a little bit like old Sentinel smiles that we're seeing. The Vibe Merchant and the rest of the team are on board. Regression towards mid here. Quick jumps peaks.
Well,
yeah.
Ignore.
Scoreline should be at 12 though for Sentinels.
7 chances.
Taking control
We'll
of the
ignore the overlay.
Another attempt for Furia to play forward into a spot.
There we go. We're back. Do a little reset. Prius is on the job.
Unfortunately, he gets denied right away.
Tens is gonna play on box. You have, or sorry, not Tens. Khalil's gonna play on box. You have that being drawn to Conan. You see him?
That's nuts. Wait.
Whoa.
Man,
what a save.
How's this going
Juggling
on?
across util and weapons.
Dalsis, don't do it.
There's still a showstopper to work with though for Zekin as
Yeah, you can
looks
wall
like
up and
Johnqt has identified that it's an open A site. Sacy's already rotating all the way back.
And they got over towards A site, and I mean,
with the last 3
it's a
players are still
4v3.
holding up towards the B.
Raise ult, super late luck.
One. So they play it strong.
That's a 13-5 right here.
Action towards mid.
Walking down for contact, and
yeah,
Zelsis has an inkling, just holds it deep now towards Ramen. This gives an opportunity now for 2 players to rotate towards the back. I mean, it'll get spotted by a trip and a camera. Zelsis will have an opportunity to go for a very late lurk or take control of A Heaven late as it's planet.
Got everything going for him.
Camera's not spawning, but you don't need to. Their trip is there. Camera gets broken first.
See, they had 2 people.
Towards the back of the site as well for Sentinels. They're in a great spot to lock out this first map. Furia has the time once again against them, with the spike being planted. Showstopper now to try to delay even more. Zekin finds the opener there to trade it back.
Shots, man.
They'll make that a 3rd in a round as Noswar falls. Last one to go is Conan. Trip is close, he falls back, but there's really no time in the end.
That one counts, bro. They're on for it.
Man, a lot of credit there to Johnqt on the second half for orchestrating Sentinels around the map, conditioning those quick hit towards A. The round before this, we
man, just watching Furia here on attack, I just wish they committed more. I kind of at the end didn't even care kind of what strat they did. I just wish they committed instead of doing like slow default into map control into hold up, we haven't got a kill, let's wait for 40 seconds, or we have got a kill, let's wait for 40 seconds. Like if they actually dissented, I feel like they would have got a lot more rounds.
I think that's the key thing. It was scrappy, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to those duels, it's always Sentinels on that board, and hopefully Furia can answer it back here on the second map, which will be Icebox, their map pick after the break.
Well, that defuse round really helped that one. The more rounded, the better. Yeah, I thought so.
Red Bull gives you wings.
You gonna lose your mind next map? Why? What's going on, Des? Why are you so angry? Because of the map? Yeah, honestly. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit.
Hey guys, it's Jimmy Lin. In this series, I'm going to walk you through Attack on Pearl. Watch out for the stairs, clear this angle. You're going to be able to fight this.
Someone's getting his head taken clean off. Util flying dart, managed 1v1! Sacy!
Ó, vai passar, dois de lado, segura o dedo, corner!
Here with Sentinels coach Kaplan, a very kind of back and forth for a while, but you end up taking the map in the end. My question for you is that the boys seemed, happy, but a little more reserved than normal. Obviously, you technically still have playoff chances. It's slim, but they're still there. So what is the vibe right now of the team?
Right now, it's, I think once we got pretty far into the game, they got a little dialed in. It's like, oh, it's a match, we want to win it. But for the most part, it's been very goofy and loose. I've pretty much banned any playoff chance talk from the locker room whatsoever. Hey, if it, rains gold one day, that's great. If we make playoffs, that's great. I don't want to be thinking about that today. I want to go in loose and just have this be a little bit about enjoying being a team and playing our game, which, we've struggled with. And we're trying to just end the split on a good note for us personally.
Well, thank you for, circumventing your ban of playoff talk with me. So best of luck on map 2.
Thank you so much for that, Elizabeth. So Sentinels, they're going to be up right now in the series 1-0 for 13-5 victory on their map pick of Split. And, I think that if there's one thing that we could take away from that one is we're starting to see, the form, right, begin to click a little bit more for Sentinels, especially for the dynamic duo of Tens and Zek and Baby Bay.
Yeah, and we got to see that in a round where, they were taking A ramp control, and we're going to play shortly right here. Tens does the classic Omen TP on the top, and yeah, it looked like a whiff from Havoc, but even if he gets the kill on Tyson, I mean, Zekin's gonna get the trade no matter what here. Someone is, right? So it's just this clean stuff where it's just chaos and taking the initial space. and they thrive off of that.
Yeah, and I feel like those little micro plays are what were so important to Sentinel's run and an eventual win at Madrid. It wasn't just preset strats, it wasn't just Johnqt, it was guys like that, like Tens, like Zek, in particular that duo, going and getting these opening kills. In the late round, going for proactive setups together, and it was hitting again in this match. Together they were 10-3 in first kill, first death between Tens and Zek.
Impressive stuff there. Yeah, for real. And I think like that is something that they're going to need to continue to lean on, especially if they, want to have hopes for the playoffs, if they just want to try and end this game in a clean manner.
I love what we've heard from the team and from Kaplan, that they don't care about playoffs. I think it would be irresponsible to go in caring about playoffs and being like, we need a 13-2 them, we need to put all this pressure on themselves. What this team needs is a little bit of time to kind of let the pressure off a little bit, play a game and recoup for stage 2, and if they make the playoffs, sick.
Yeah,
Is that cope? I feel like
no, it's not cope at all. It's not cope at all, and on top of that, I mean, it's kind of a confidence booster of a game, especially when you're winning 13-5. For Furia, I mean, again, they got ecoed. It's like, this is like the things that just set them apart from the other teams, and when they get ecoed like this, they can't recover, and that's what we saw in this match as well, which is, it's kind of sad to see if you're Furia.
Yeah, it's a, heartbreaking, but at the same time, though, I think that, again, if you're Furia in this instance, you're kind of running with that same mentality. You just got to vibe out. You just got to do what you have to do. Now you have your map pick of Icebox coming up here. This is a map that you have found success in the past. You knew the split was going to be difficult. So this is where, perhaps you have that opening there. As a matter of fact, let's actually go ahead and hear from the Furia coach as we get ready for map number 2, as we get ready for Icebox. Let's take a listen.
Here with Coach Coy of Furia. A loss, but still a pretty strong showing from Furia. Now, you have been eliminated from playoffs. Every win counts, but what is your goal at the moment?
Cara, assim, a gente sabe que não tem mais chance, mas a gente tá dando a vida, porque a gente sabe que esse ponto lá na frente pode fazer muita diferença. Então, cara, a gente quer ganhar a qualquer custo.
Yeah, we know we don't have any chance anymore in the playoffs, but any point counts. So we are here ready to give our lives for it.
Well, best of luck.
Well, they're going to be giving their life for the frozen tundra of Icebox as we get ready for map 2 coming up in just a second here. So, yeah, I mean, look, they know what's going on here, right? There's no surprise. You don't have to beat around the bush and, act like roses and sunshines here, right? This is a situation they find themselves in. But they have a chance to play spoiler. And on top of that, they're going to, at the very least, comfortable territory here in Icebox Media.
Yeah, they've been playing what is kind of becoming the meta comp with this KO Gecko, and I think it was a really good implementation.
They still, so basically, they still MAT stuff, but they don't use any of their stuff.
Some more confidence, some actual really good ideas built around the KO Gecko, especially the way the round.
They stole their comp, but then have their own stuff, and it's just not as good.
It's a solid map for
just
Furia.
the comp.
And it's been a weak point for Sen.
Yeah, the cool thing that I'm looking forward to on the Sentinel side of things is the fact that
I don't know, when you have stuff that's like good already there, I think it's fine to steal all
those
this
cool
stuff.
things in the post plan, especially around that A site where they were doing these really aggro pushes into screens, and there was layers with it. It was like a Viper orb.
Icebox meta is Reina Chamber. Pretty good against
just a different look. And
it was definitely good against Gentlemate's comp.
More on a map like Icebox, which is definitely one of their weaker maps. So I'm looking forward to this map for Sentinels.
I still find it funny that Gentlemates didn't hold the line down B the whole time. That was madness.
Open, being willing to play into this map, taking some of that pressure off, and showing some of the kind of deeper areas of their map pool. Because, well, okay, that's a
we actually get the Reina, bro. This is nice, dude.
Coming out and just playing for confidence and doing
Reina, Silver, Gecko.
Yeah. If there's a guy to come,
Love Op and Yampy, yeah. Dude, I kind of like the Liquid comp. I think it works well against the Gecko.
When people have critiqued Furia,
Gecko, like KO comp or whatever.
MW and friends, let him loose.
And I want to see what this Sova Gecko combination could potentially cook up here, right?
I think people on my tweet thought I was being sarcastic, like I didn't like the comp as well, but I actually love the comp.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think this is what this comp is run by. This Reina comp is run by Crew, so maybe that's the inspiration. Just
let's see what the Reina can do.
Wild with the 1-2 punch, but the difference maker is that Crew has Heat and Kesnet, which in this case of Furia, I mean, it could be MW and Havoc, so this could be really good for them.
for Sentinels, if they lose this map, they're guaranteed out of playoffs.
I like
They win here,
Sage.
they
I'm
keep
not
that
sure it would be
round
my
up,
ideal
there's
comp
still
for
a
Icebox, but I like it.
Oh, there's still a chance. All right, well, let's see how this whole thing is going to settle.
MB hates Rain with a passion? Nah, I think Rain is legit. I think Rain is kind of underrated.
Yes, there's still a chance for the Sentinels, but there's also a chance now for Furia to eliminate the chances of Sentinels as they're coming out with
It's not great for consistency because obviously if your person on Reyna doesn't frag out heavy, then you're wrecked. But I like Reyna.
You don't have that KO going into your composition. There's still a Sova that's being used instead, but that could be very good for the type of retakes here against the Sentinels type of playstyle.
They're cooking. That's exactly what Baby Bay wanted. Whether or not there are too many cooks in the kitchen is what we have to figure out. Is this going to work for Furia? Or are they going to get kind of strangled out by what Sentinels wants to do? What Sentinels start doing, and then you have no control over the game again, as we saw there on Split.
Support Reyna. That's
started on this one though. It's Icebox. It's map 2. Furia's chance.
Yeah, I think Reyna's. I think Reyna could be used way more often.
Ghosts, pretty much all around except for that sheriff that we see in the classic.
I think people are thinking too much perfect Valorant when they don't like Reyna, which I understand, but sometimes you gotta be realistic.
Towards A, and they're feeling this out with a drone.
Sometimes it definitely works. Overwhelm comps rely a lot on util dumping.
Dizzy also being thrown a recon dart. They're pulling out the defensive side, and look at that push coming out from NW0. They almost lost players in the process.
Honestly, kind of good against Gecko.
Sentinels are trying to fight and push forward from Yellow. A quick flash.
Honestly, kind of good with Gecko.
Gets the pick, but NW0 with that lurk opens it up on the A side where it's right there for the backstab.
They have to have this middle control here.
Bro, this turret caught him off so heavy. Why is this guy pushing all the way spawn though?
Middle and Zelsus being there has been a huge boon already. Ready to retake from screens now once they get Johnqt here. And they'll have that flash from 10. No, they will not have a flash from 10s to enter the site from screens as usual.
Just waiting for a lock. Yeah, Fury might be good for a pistol here. 10s is so low.
Lighting up the scoreboard. Johnqt alone with the sheriff, but body shots all aplenty with Noswer and Khalil with one shot each. But it's Conan plenty all day.
Bad man, hit some shots on sight here.
And a piss around in favor of the Brazilian side.
After seeing both MW0 and Khalil over at A, I was wondering
what is the attacking Viper wall? I mean, they're trying to use it the same as a Harbor. It's only for pistol, I'm pretty sure. There's no chance they try and do this stuff. I think the amount of... There's a lot of walls that has some legs that you do like after barrier. It's just the fact that you can't do them as like a default because...
They were playing more reactive,
it's not much of a thing. Like you're just going to get antis doing it. So for a pistol, I'm kind of fine with it. Creates a bit of pressure. Potentially pushes more people over there.
Set up towards A, spikes down. Very reluctant right now, or in their own mind, safe to not
okay, let's hope they... Let's see if they cannot get eco'd. For one person who can go down.
Quiet to start.
Yeah, I'm going to use one here for Furia. They have players watching out towards the spawn. You can see all the angles being watched. Turret now spots a player on the top of the A tower. That's Sacy to break it. Now we'll potentially force
an interesting one, Lotus. Attack or defense, Matix.
Middle, nothing towards B main. Yet they still want to commit towards the A side with turrets. Saw contact.
And they're just keeping a whole pile. Right here, you see 10 sitting back a little bit, coming with the flash, double flash, and pop dodge, and almost.
The Gecko KO combo, man. It's so solid. You literally have to look up to shoot this guy, and you can ensure that it's gonna... You can ensure that it's gonna... They're gonna eat the flash. It's so sick.
I like it. You're switching over here for Khalil to get that plant as well.
Yeah, and it's gonna be an early killjoy.
I mean, Furia needs to be ready for that, and they capitalize beautifully. They have basically the same composition in what is going to be a Lear going up and then Dizzy. So they're waiting. Where's the flash? Where's the Dizzy? It's gonna be followed by 10's flash as well. So really nice patience from Furia to make sure they didn't get caught by that. Very easy to wait to get thrifty here by Sentinels.
And also the responsibility to break that Dizzy right away so that it doesn't get good value behind 10's
on
flash.
Attack on Lotus?
Then allows here Furia to get all these kills for Khalil to also get the fourth in a round.
It's like the best person to get all the kills here, for sure.
Furia have a clean round, a flawless coming in their favor.
So maybe not an ult for this round, but maybe for the big buy rounds. And that bonus is very good.
Buys in there, low armor here for Sen. See if they feel comfortable in positioning. They will keep their flashes towards A as we rewatch these frags. Clean pickups all around. And a lot of alt orbs right now to Khalil. So something, those 4 kills.
Brazil one? Yeah.
They have
Loud.
lockdown as well. They need to keep
Loud's on the board.
Sentinels out of sight. A lot of options that Furia did not have last map.
Definitely working towards that.
Big Byron for Sentinels, and they go 3-person aggro and get Jet set up on here. Damn, that's a lot of early damage.
Well, he's still scoring that ult orb in the next round.
Saving their wall to do the same thing, to enable them to potentially take over
Not
towards
really
Snowman.
spotting anybody yet. Johnqt is playing out in the open as he didn't get tagged by that recon. Sees a jump across, tens with the support. Players are falling down for Furia.
One enemy remaining.
Easy hold for Sentinels in the end. Nas were the last man standing.
Yeah.
Flawless answer right
I mean,
back by the Sentinels.
I imagine Sentinels will do this smoke majority of the time. It's hard for a no duelist comp to get past that. You gotta just wait for timing, especially when you don't have, especially when you're committing this other wall that breaks over towards Snowman. You're never feeling confident that any of these angles are taken off. Like this smoke right here, if they keep doing this wall, they're gonna absolutely farm. And they are never gonna be able to get over towards yellow, really.
Interesting round to choose.
So yeah, I hope they kind of side more with this wall.
All right, back towards A.
We've seen it twice now. Get the idea. Kind of don't want to see it again.
Golier to come through, a Dizzy's thrown. And Sentinels forced to fall back, so it works out at least on that end. Zekin pushing forward. First
Bro, they're aggro on this.
Dismiss. Molly into the corner, forcing them out. Nasr trying to push forward, but Tens is there for the support. And he gets 2!
Enemy remaining.
As Khalil also falls.
This is such a fast round. These 3 just sent it. 3 super sending it over towards A. And then there's a guy middle and a guy over towards B like him.
He's just trying to at least isolate some players against Sentinels.
I feel like Furia got caught in that I think I can mentality. We saw MW0 get pushed out. Nasra, I can save you, I think I can, but they hadn't gained any information on how many people were on the other side of the main.
Send it.
Just on the other side of
Dude,
pipes, so they just started falling
didn't
one
make-
by one. It's Sentinels is causing
Wasn't
chaos in
great.
the Furia camp in those strats. Honestly, pushing up so far, first death on belt, death in mid, it's just, they were falling across the map.
I hate this map though sometimes because this is the thing. It's like you don't have to do it. Like that could work. They could literally run that like for the rest of the rounds and they'll probably get half of them.
Watching out towards the screens, waiting for that to reactivate. As you currently see here on the screen of Zelsis. They're doing their due diligence to make sure that they don't get backstabbed here by Conan. And as Conan makes it inside kitchen with no turret there, he's just gonna wait.
Watching Icebox all year. Yeah, I really hope Icebox goes out after Shanghai.
Okay, so what we've seen from Sentinels a lot is a push straight through. They go really hard. They go 0 point.
I hope they go
a
big,
flash,
man.
A push, trying to get a kill on somebody with the utility of Killjoy over on
Yeah,
the
what's
other side. So
what's the
it is
break
B,
between
slow retake,
Shanghai
they
and
deny,
the starter
they delay,
split
and they
too?
still have positioning even with this death ball starting at A all the time and one by
we know
Zelsis and or one look by Zelsis.
I think
in
split
mid.
2 starts on.
I don't know if they'll start to change it up if Furia gets privy
like
to
the
that knowledge.
20th
so
or
far,
something?
it's just been flash on flash as they try to take A here, but it does look like they'll split it up as we watch the replay.
2 weeks, like 10 days then. Yeah, I wonder how many maps they can realistically change.
Ooh.
Okay.
Good info. Let's see it, Zekin.
Currently has that now towards the A side. Taking control of pipes, now watching towards A main. But the pressure from Furia is coming towards this B side.
I like this. They're just making this the choke point at the moment.
Alarm bot's got to be what's going to help Sentinels.
That's pretty
here.
strong, because again, if you
Zelsis
can't
has
get
it
over
from just
towards
behind
yellow,
him. There's that noise
you're a
being made.
little bit
Now
wrecked.
turning through a Dizzy. It turns away, dodges all the bullets, and answers it onto MW0. Delays even more with the second.
How the hell is Zelsis alive? Look at all this.
Dancing and survives it so far.
And a shock dart on top of it.
Zelsis super low on chip damage.
You got it, dude. We've actually used every single bit of util for him, and he's alive. We've got 1 molly left. That's the only thing they can use to kill him. Oh, that'll work.
It was a good idea there that Zelsis stayed alive, so the turret gets that information. He gets picked off, but at least.
Bro, I've never
his teammates
seen
were
so
there to
much
help.
util.
We mentioned
Yeah, this comp
the
can't
amount of
be
rounds,
yellow.
the amount of kills that Khalil was
An
getting now
issue.
activates. The lockdown, clearing a space now for the attack side of Furia to try to get this plant.
I think the main thing is just sealing against duelists at the moment, right? When you don't have... I've been talking about this a lot. When you don't have a duelist and like Gecko comps, it feels like they can't deal with over towards B. I do think the Furia rushed it a little bit because they have the Sova and they can have like a good recon here, which can scan it, and then you can just dump util. I mean, honestly, MW0 just should have got the kill.
With 10 seconds left, you have no choice once again but to try to save.
Easy.
Shanghai ends on June the 9th, and APAC starts on June the 15th.
The ambiance of the environment.
Wait, really?
It's exactly what they want.
Is that true? So what, they got
Not spelling good things right now for Furia.
got 6 days.
They can't find a way in.
6 days to get used to a new map pool with all the agent changes.
Rightfully respecting the utility.
Bro, it's gonna be like watching
Sentinels is
ranked for
using.
like 3 weeks.
With your composition, you should be able to fight through that. With the Sova, if a smoke comes up, you have your drone, you have your dart. They're getting B main for free in that area. And it's almost like Furia's utility is being used before they need it. All that space is pretty much free right now. Sentinels isn't trying to push up B.
Paper X,
They're
yeah,
playing
bro, they'll
late
dominate
routine
everyone
B.
for a little
They're
bit.
pushing up on A all the time. And I think Furia is having a hard time collecting the state of the game, understanding what they want to do. And we saw it last game where they were...
The map pool change
even
confirmed.
seeking
Yeah,
out
I remember when you load the
knowing
game up, it
was
says
the
you can
soft
check out the
site
new
to
map,
hit.
and
They
then
don't
a
have that
dev
option anymore. The
on
soft site's just a
Reddit
bunch of
Valorant
delay and
confirmed
the
it
Sentinels will be there.
with
So what's next? What can Furia do? They're facing an op.
changes
You
to
can avoid
duelists.
the op. We haven't seen mid pressure. They might look to focus that a little bit because they haven't really tested Zelsis too much. He's been controlling a lot of the flank or the lurk. So get a bit more in the mid, split where the op might be, and then start to work the map once you know you have numbers on your side and you have somebody in the middle to let you know of the rotations. That's Furia's doing a lot with a little info right now.
What we got for this one? 3 in a row. Got the Reina ult.
Definitely see here they're trying to get this orb on middle. Zekin's trying to
We got
walk
one
down now with
away
the operator,
from
but it's getting
server
pinged out
ult.
here on the attack. So
Order
Furia has
timeout.
some sort of sense. Maybe it's a ping also to
Zekin
say, hey, we found some
over
success
towards mid
of
with the ult.
lurking into pipes late into kitchen. We might be able to do that into the late rounds, or they're looking to do this early.
Jumping out distraction to see if there's a turret. No turret spotted, and that's lovely from Zekin. Oh. Aye, really? Oh yeah, hold up. Damn, bro.
Picked up and instantly there.
What an absolute shot. It felt like they progressively got better and better.
6th round. Right now spots the player. Zelsis sees here the backpack of Khalil. Wingman's trying to move forward to at least get the plant down. Tens is there to support. Spike down for a second time. Khalil made some noise, and that is probably the end of the round.
The third shot was really nice. It's not even a wall bang. He's actually got really fast reactions, man.
I kind of want to up. Now he's got knives online. Yeah, let's take a moment to actually think what happened, right? That was
Yeah,
the
this is
timeout.
so
And
nice.
Sentinels as well
Solid
get their own
shot.
timeout. They get the call.
Solid
It sounded
shot.
like,
Bro, missed the third one?
Furia done yet? What are they going to try to do to get around
Priest
us?
takes out the
Well,
best
no,
shot.
Maybe mid. They're trying to avoid the op. So op goes mid. Op gets 2. Zekin starts off immediately with what Furia do not want to see. That's ridiculous how Sentinels are getting these reads. They did it again.
1 million times faster than me. Maybe.
They do it, split rather. They do it again on Icebox. Words are hard. Here towards A, they're going to keep
Jesus,
5
Des.
there. And 10's already
Well,
knows there's a bit of
money's
pressure
starting
coming.
to stack
They
up
go
right
back
now.
Position. Look again, these flashes
John's gonna hit
together,
9K.
delay on
I mean, we
both
got
sites, whether they need
1,
safety
2,
or they need to go
3,
forward.
4 the people that are gonna hit 9K. Dubrog goes in with the plant, and that molly's gonna be too late. He gets the spawner.
But it's been slow since that pistol.
Hey, now this is a round. Reina over towards side, popped all. We got Fischl. We got. They can't retake this, right? Maybe. Okay, that helps a hell of a lot. Wow, Tens, that's impressive. How the hell has he got a second kill? Honestly, yeah, KO actually makes this really easy.
But outside of that range, you can't activate that Hunter's Fury. Zekin pushing forward.
And little bro just insta-defuses this. Hey, nicely done. Honestly, I didn't actually see the KO. That was the one that made this the easiest thing ever.
Oh my gosh.
I felt like the second shot was pretty nice from him.
You don't do that unless you're feeling
Maybe
really
Crystal
good.
shows
You're
it.
feeling like everyone's behind you and you're just laughing your way through those frags. Let's see it again. Just entering back into the site.
Ooh.
10's already putting up 2. Making it look easy.
Let's go. Same thing, same thing. Okay.
They want a Viper now. It's harder to give the site.
Same thing. Same thing. They're only that easy in ranked games. Just win again. Do it. Just do it. Get a 4K, get a 2K. Operator high on yellow.
Look how it's quick. They have a Thrash to work with too, so once again, Furia looking at tempo towards the A side, trying to push the defenders back. And Sentinels looks like they're identifying that. There's that Wingman moving forward to try to clear out towards the right side, and there's that Thrash to clear
Molly
towards
would
the back.
kill Wingman here. Yeah, and then spike down, isn't it?
In the
Oh,
process and give a chance
good
here
job,
for
Molly.
this plant to come
Dude,
towards Jenny.
Wingman's tanking
Again,
everything right
Hunter's
now.
Fury at the ready that they could play it
Beast.
more passively for Furia. Ain't no command this time from Tens to stop it.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's Zelsis.
And do we just server ult this?
With the lockdown on the defensive side. And look at Furia, they want to stay back. I mean, they have Util to work with. They have the Hunter's Fury. There's the
Sen.
lineups, and that's just going to delay even more. Protect Nosworth, protect the VIP. And there's that Hunter's Fury to come out. Cancels that with the fuse. Conan playing on the top, connects onto Zelsis.
Yeah, and they got to stick this
And
right
that
now.
might be it right there.
There's a lot of time.
Not even halfway. Second gets that pick. It's now at half. The picks are coming through.
All right.
And there you go.
Nicely handled from there.
Second
They used a
saving is
lot of
Operator,
ults into
and
this one
Furia
though. You
picks
can't
the round.
repeat that one.
Yeah, definitely
Fish
have to
short,
get out with
server
the
ult.
Furia come through.
Good news
hitting
was they got
hard.
some
We
ults
saw
out of
a round
Sentinels, though.
just like this, or like that on Split, where it was actually the ultimate coming in from Havoc, right? He went in with the showstopper, had to showstopper a Cypher trap off himself, but it was the power of the strategy that they were using to get the space from Sentinels, to push Sentinels off, and we continue to see Sentinels play, oh, everybody out, we need as many people on the retake, don't even try to go for the one and done. And I think that's one thing that we've been missing from Sen is they were losing members on takes. They were,
I feel like if you're Sentinels, you just feel so confident that they're never going to stack past this, and it's all down to the A
Like they
players.
smother Furia, but last round was different. Furia gaining some life. Now they work the map a little slower. They did drone out actually.
Yeah, they did.
They've
Trying
been
to clear out
starting
the
that
game.
since almost the first
After I saw
round.
that dump over towards yellow
At the same time, you see this change
from
the
Furia, I
Sova.
just don't think that
That's
they
different
ever
from
want to
that
go
crew lineup
over
that
towards
DBA
B
was talking
again.
about too. It's
I don't think
not
they
only
ever
the
want to
scale up
deal
towards
with
that
this
B-side,
guy
the
in
shock darts
this
are also
box.
being used towards the pulse-man
Ooh.
lineups. And
Whoa.
Second is not trying to give a
Hold on.
chance here for Furia to
Yeah,
scale up towards
got
the
away with
B-side.
one really.
Does
Maybe both players, you
get
could
a
say.
wall bang onto Khalil, who's low on HP, but that Wingman is still going for that planet generator. Denied now by Sentinels towards
Yeah.
that back left side. Nice flick from Zekin to headshot Havoc. Now a counter coming through, Women coming out on the defensive side, trying to stun some players as Sentinels are trying to move back towards that site. There's a temp of a plant from Conan. Nobody's
It's
watching that.
so
He should
surely
go for
someone's
10s.
got to cover that.
Underhand flash being thrown, a second peek, now spotting Nosworth on the left side of 410. Snake bite to delay even more. The clock is dwindling down, and now it forces him to be zero to try to make a play. And all of Furia also are trying to make a play as they get denied once again by the Sentinels.
That was their round that resets them.
Allowing Sentinels to rotate much sooner, much more control. And for Furia, kind of a question mark. Going into plant, the deny from Sentinels keeps coming in. Then we saw nobody from Furia actually break back sight underneath the catwalk. And they're still planning dangerous. They're still planning rope side. And that's wild to think that you can maybe squeak that in when the game is this close.
100.
Another round for Sen, 63.
There's nothing for
They
backside,
pull it
bro.
right back in their favor. That's gonna
No
make
one
money
wants to
tough on
cover the
side of
plan now.
Furia as they go right back
It's
down
shambles,
to 1900
man.
credits to purchase with. Now Furia, if they move up on it, they'll finally see that they'll be meeting a little bit earlier util.
think
It's
they-
not just plant denial.
I do
it's
think
site
this
take
has to
denial.
happen, right? I do actually think mid has to happen right now because this is on lockdown. Like this line right here is on lockdown. A lovely flash from Tens, bro. And
Tens rotated back from Boiler
I
with the
don't feel
underhand
confident
flash,
with how they're
getting
heading
easy
over towards A. It's actually just Wingman
Good
takes all
work
the
here.
risks.
Does MW Zera cause havoc or is it just Sentinels?
I mean, as you have a good lurk on the top of Boiler,
nope.
Sentinels are still pressing in both extremities, and
The teams are having a really rough time. I mean, I think this is just what they do against the no duelist comp, right? It feels like they're on board with what I'm saying pretty much, right? When you have like nothing over towards here that makes it hard to actually get to yellow in terms of like a flash dash, and just play back at yellow all the time with mollies here.
We're dancing, but Tens wins the tango.
Everybody's taking a little bit to calibrate the shots.
They look
today.
clueless.
Right.
Yeah, a little bit, man.
It's a
a
Friday,
little bit.
Right? We're usually not on Fridays. We're usually not. You know?
I don't know what they've been doing with their time.
7-3 here as Furia are
It's hard to work out what they've been doing with their time, really. A lot of the wrong stuff, I think.
And we were talking about how Sentinels was pushing out of A. They were keeping that B control to backside anchored in.
I think this is fine. I think I found my new spot. When I have orb.
Vibing. Just looking at him. It's like, you know what's going on now? We're just winning. Sounds good. But yeah, all those pushes in Furia tried a mid-strap. That mid-strat was shut down by a double kill on Zekin's
JB2, thank you for the prime, man. Appreciate the 19 months.
Furia do? A has worked.
Thank you so much,
when
bro.
They can crash it with alts. Conan does have his, and if they can push Sentinels off orb right away and find Zekin not on generator to start, they have lockdown on Khalil, whether that comes from plant or the orb grab if it's in time. So there's an option on this one. The 7-5 is very much so on the boards here for Furia and the purchase and the way they can go. They get 2,900 credits if they lose this one, so low by next round. They got to make this one count. They got to snap through that operator.
Yeah,
it's going to
last
be the
time out, pistol rounds, learn how to buy since.
It does look like they're going to try to pursue that alt orb.
Where enough do we go? I mean, maybe just
that's
plant
been their
off
winning
a site
conditions
or
that
something.
we've also seen on
Oh, what's going to be better for them?
When they have alts activated,
Like, what can you even do to quick fix this?
So yes, if they're trying here for Furia this round to try to get this orb, there's already oppositions coming through. Tens' knife, rather.
Takes it.
Yep.
He says mine.
Because the
It's
knife
nice though, taking the orb away from Khalil. Would potentially been one of their plans, but we didn't see a punish over towards the orb, so.
Mid on double watch by Zelsis. Johnqt just able to lurk over when he needs, grabbing info from the team.
Okay, timeout went
They
in.
have not faked. Furia have not faked.
It's all about the timeout. They focus, this is what they've been talking about, the fact they want to hit over towards A, then wingman in with no protection.
Spiked a 9 on the other end from Sacy anchoring towards the back of the site to get one pick at the same time. Tens now with full support. Crossfire is also being set up by the Sentinels, and Fudo cannot move forward as Tens picks up 2 in the round.
I'll give Tens it though, like his ults have been great so far.
1 versus 5.
The ults have been nice. But bro,
Not working out for Furia.
I can't even see like
the timing for Sentinels there. I don't even think they got the full team over. Usually the comms are like, okay, wait, yeah, full retake. The 3 members on site started retaking against the full force of Furia there. That was incredible. Zekin to start him off, obviously dwindling the numbers, but yeah, staying in sight. I mean, Furia didn't take back sight anytime they've gone A.
That's my guy.
So why not hold it? Why not guard it? It's just a brick wall right now. Furia cannot get through. Again, towards A, though. It seems to be the most space that they're getting, and they're taking anything at this moment.
And they just want to play the distance. 5
yeah,
Guardians.
and they're descending it.
Now on the attack side. Hoping to get this pick. Any trade against
Yeah, this is looking a little bit better in terms of the overwhelm. It took no distance though. Wait, they used so much util.
Now they have an opportunity to take sight. But there's a corner out in the open. This might be an opportunity.
Second, you were really bold, man. Holy! And then he tanks it. Where's his teammates going? Where's the rest of the Sentinels? They left him.
And what do they
if
have?
they were so sure it was the fake.
If they do that double, flash towards the backside, you can get Viper's bites to displace and make sure you know where people aren't
So
standing.
funny.
A lot of options, but
I mean, this is a good round at the moment. They'll definitely take that. They rotate over towards the wrong side. They get double molly over towards the spike itself. We got a little spot for the Viper to hide. We got double molly for Viper.
Trying to get the spray inside of that pit. Noswor's down to 5 HP.
Got 1 extra molly for this.
There's that defuse coming in. It gets denied by Noswar. Pit now comes down. Players are also falling on the other end.
Time?
But there is potentially no
done.
time left here for the defuse. It will not
Okay, 4 rounds. 4 rounds with a pistol isn't great on the easier side.
They needed.
And I think they got a little. I mean, they got lucky here that the rotate went over towards the other side.
That spike.
I wonder if it's some kind of anti and they'd seen this before, or maybe Furia had faked with this. There was no pressure over towards B. Maybe maybe Zalsis made a wrong call over towards middle. I'm not entirely sure.
You can't question it.
You see the vibes too, right? Putting second alone, getting a pick, and then you know what? It's okay if you die. The rest of the team could come back and try to work together. Nonetheless, they still get 8 rounds in their favor for the Sentinels in the end. So with that, though, let's toss it down to the floor where Elizabeth is standing by with Sacy's biggest supporter.
Hey everyone, thank you so much. I'm here with Sacy's wife, Sophie. You've been together for 6 years, married for 2. What is the best part about being married to Sacy?
I think he's amazing. He's such a great person. I don't know, he's perfect. Yeah.
Okay. W wife.
Someone in the crowd.
360. What is the hardest part about being married to Sacy?
Okay, I think like the routine is crazy because they train a lot, they practice a lot. So yeah, I think the worst and best part of it, because you know, seeing they winning is good, but it's intense.
How long do they practice a day?
I think 11 to 6:30, 7.
Oof, okay. What is the most unexpected part about being married
Not
to
too
a
bad.
professional player?
Probably seeing they winning and
7-7.
all of this. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy.
How does it feel to see all these people out here supporting your husband?
It's amazing. Yeah, it's perfect. I love it. Yeah, they're
Now-
so careful. Yeah.
Yes. Now, a little bit more specific to right now, there's been a lot of talk about the possible burnout Sentinels are feeling. In your perspective, how is your husband feeling?
I think he's feeling good, but being in a world championship like takes a lot, you know? Yeah, so I think that's it. They win, so they probably like are a little bit tired after all of this, but it's good, you know? They're gonna get it.
They're gonna get it. Simple as that. Well, thank you so much, Sophie. W wife, as always. And casters, it is back to you. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and indeed, you can definitely hear that the schedule's been quite long for the Sentinels to practice.
Here he
to make
is.
it
Hello,
to involve,
Bacon.
but at least they've got
Damn,
Masters
5
1,
gifted
Masters
from
Madrid under their
Bacan.
belt. And again,
You can tell,
a
Chai, you can
1%
tell he's in a
chance
great
to
mood.
make it into playoffs
We've
here
got
at
Euler
stage one of the
Bacon coming out.
VCT. I mean,
Holy.
if Liquid is done it at 3%,
Chat, let's get some, Wait, what do we got? We've got a liquid slug as well, right? Get some oil slugs,
Alright.
liquid slug.
See if the percentages can
Accelerate
manifest
Bacan get into playoffs. Dude, we get to see
All towards
Bacan
80%
against Mini.
to start, and they are meeting just about the same thing they put on defense. The double flash, ready to
So good,
defend.
Bacon, don't you
Furia's
worry.
not moving.
They're just winning off the util. Havoc now finally finding the time
Thank
to
you
push
for the
forward.
thank you for the gifted, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Answering first.
Best of luck against Mini as well, man.
Frags are Furia. As we're seeing a reverse scenario of the first half. 2 players left alive, make that only 1.
Double
Celsius
pistol.
against a full roster. Trying to hold it out here on the top.
Zalsis against
The A tower.
50
that nest.
50 bundles if he clutches.
I mean, you're paid, not me.
No. Nah, that was just an overall to the universe.
At least he'll get the backstab now. Double headshot onto NW0, and that will also activate Furia to swarm around. He's contained now towards the nest is Zelsis. And there comes the wall bangs. Shock darts, he's trying to save his utility. Which is actually a good thing to do now. Trying to save these into the later rounds. Isolate another kill, but Havoc wins it.
All right. Brad C, 43. Thank you so much as well. The 3 months. Appreciate the tier 1, man. Thank you so much.
Down,
dudes.
but Furia very happy was able to keep 4 there. Throw the pistol around if they need to. MWZero is just saying, I'm grabbing a Guardian no matter what. And yeah, Furia to stay on pipes, to wait there. I mean, you have that many flashes. You have the util to use right. It's almost impossible to get by, and that's the confidence they were standing there with, that they would back each other up. It means a lot. Dream big, make it Help happen. hit that aim. All right, Bulldogs, Guardians, keeping it long range. Just the lurk here coming in from Zelsis at this
Yeah,
point.
probably Matix, man. It's probably out celebrating.
Yeah, definitely also in long-range positions, not trying to press forward now and get early map control for Furia. They're just being more active and proactive around the map.
Yeah, just
Two
trying to
players
stack
started
some orbs
rotating
over
out, playing
towards
more
Sacy.
passively
Get the
towards
all up nice and
Boiler.
early.
That's Noswer. And Havoc rotating over on
And
the
I mean, the
B side to support.
13-5 dream is
Alarm bot will allow Furia
probably
to start.
like probably dead with this one. I'm not
Unleashing
gonna lie
a
to you.
util.
They play
Also
heavy over
engaging the
towards
shots.
yellow. 3 people here. They get
There's that first,
5
but
guns.
Tens is right there. Answers right back, and Khalil also getting gooped up. 2 players getting gooped up, but they also got 2 kills in the process, so that will not allow Sacy to move forward to get the plant.
Allison as well. Thank you so much.
Furia
Thank you for the 100
almost have
bits.
this site. It's actually just been MW's era. Furia rotated pretty quick here to get into the protocol they wanted there onto B, so they know what they want to do. They have ideas in mind here for exactly what they're seeing from Sentinels. And this one I like. Furia playing it safe, not playing dangerous. This is kind of reminiscent of what Sentinels would do on split defense that we just watched. If Furia got into positions that Sen didn't know, it was just pause the defense, wait till we know, and now you see. We're gonna see Furia
Honestly,
get the move
Celsius
back
should
over.
have a kill
May still
here.
be a plant.
And then can they quickly get up and get the gun?
Nanostorm now finally being used in the second round to try
No.
to delay even more, but this is actually not bad for Sentinels on an early 2 versus 5. Or 2 versus 4 rather, able to pick up an orb, getting a plant.
Shot, bro.
And then Sacy will
The
continue
crowd
to
goes so silent.
guarantee get another orb here if they're going to get swarmed down. He's trying to swing out to get these picks. And there you go. Diffuse comes in for Furia, but also at least for Sentinel side, they're getting closer to this thrash.
Alright, let's see if Sentinels can manage to close this one out.
They grabbed this second round away from Furia, and the momentum could not be gained.
Silence, yeah,
Different
dude. It's
story.
so
We have
silent when they
Furia's
lose
map.
rounds.
We'll have to see what they have on the defensive side. They still again put this
Dodge
ball
G,
towards A. I think
DF,
it's gonna
how we
expect
doing,
that
mate?
all
Thanks so much for the
time.
prime, bro. Appreciate that.
Nicely
Thanks for using
defending
your
B here
prime on
with
me,
a
man.
quick rotation.
Welcome into the Slug Club, dude. Thank you, thank you.
And yeah. Calm retakes, cool and collected as they get themselves into this third round here. It's going to be a tough bonus. The Sheriff's there, but it should be a round that if Sentinels grab, Furia should be able to come back on this. Pressure towards A main already. So I like what Furia is doing. They played Sentinels game all split. Now they
It's a
have to
little bit
make
of pressure
Sentinels
over
play their
towards
game.
A,
Nice
B to
positioning
see if
in
they're
nest.
fighting.
You're going to see
With
MW's
no one
there,
over
have
there.
it
I
draw
kind of
the
like this from
attention.
Furia,
And
though.
the idea is
Early
hopefully they
alarm
don't
bot,
look
turret
opponent.
spots all of
Fingers
this. We're
crossed
spotting mid
for
cross as
Furia.
well. They could potentially have got through here, though. That's the issue. Are they full pass and stack, and no one's checked cone? Oh boy.
There's that jump.
Hold up. Yeah, John might have just saved them there.
Scoring in a second one for Sentinels. That stack now dwindling down for Furia, but a nice
Wait.
hold by Furia towards the end.
Wait,
as MW's gets
he
that
was
pick for the
like
Sheriff.
full blind.
In the sights of Furia.
Dude, I'm talking full blind. Running away, fade away. Dude, give me this replay, because I think he knows. I think he has no idea about it.
There was a gun diff in every angle in Furia. Absolutely monstrous round.
I'm pretty
Able
sure.
to pull that back to 8-7 here. Control 3, control the bonus.
What the ook as well? How we doing, man?
Crazy stuff coming
Thank
out
you
of
so
them
much
right
as well, bro. Appreciate that. Another Prime user. Thank you very much, mate. Welcome into Slug Club.
All right.
Oh, we don't get a replay
Round
this?
16. We set up. Still a few buys here. Just a little bit less.
Prius, man. Prius is really slacking today.
Furia
Crazy, bro.
playing up close. I wonder if they wanted that. Obviously want orb, but they've been playing up close every time to keep that consistency for Sentinels to know there is pressure.
Bro, that was a big
Sentinels still are able to muster out a pretty decent buy. Hash
that would have been
pushing
sick
forward,
replay, I'm not
tackling
gonna
up
lie.
towards this A side. Khalil though scores first from the screens up towards the A tower. 10s falls. Plant attempted, which allows potentially a thrash to come out, but it's a thrash on the defensive side that comes out. Does get a contact. Khalil gets to pick up the second. Johnqt is trying to do whatever he can. And
What's the
Celsius
shot, bro?
also denies the flanker.
Yeah, and this guy's just gonna tank this.
Finding
He's
this
cool.
corner, but you are dwindling down on HP. This gives a chance here for Sentinels to just reset. There's not too much util left.
Chat.
There's a mosh pit
New
available
Viper
for Sacy
Molly
if they want to try to flush
lasts
some
for an
players
extra
out.
second. It kills you now
Celsius
with full
also
armor,
has his
right?
nanoswarms. Gets a first one on the top of the balcony. Crossfires picks it up, but that's a beautiful
Yeah.
hit. In the end, the Koenig towards the back of the side. It's traded out. Havoc now alone, but the spike is still out in the open of the A side. With that pick, you allow the Thrash to try to get some information. And Havoc's able to squeeze through. You won't see him, and finally to do so, tries to dodge away and crouches away towards the back of the site. 35 HP left. You hear the drop, the run forward. There's that first!
Oh.
Johnqt
Bro, when he hit that first shot, I thought he was on for
Had
it.
he not broken the crosshair with that jump, I think Havoc could have pulled that one off. You can see what's going into these plays, the thought process at the last second to make them count. And it is needed for sure. 9
Yeah,
to 7
and
here
Sentinels
after
need to
3
be careful that they
straight
don't
rounds in
lose
the
this
second
one
half.
because the
Sentinels
money
finally
reset could
are able to put
fully
one on the board.
wreck
What a
any
trade
chance of
there
them
from
getting a
the
strong
IGL. Johnqt.
like
Area
round
guns
difference.
Still on the board. Armor's going to be just about the same. No diffs really to be had here. If you look at it, it's going to be a lockdown for Zelsis and MW0's ultimate and Empress if they're feeling like they want to cook this round. So Sen have gone A. A little pressure towards B.
I
The one
didn't
round,
hit
but
anyone.
really a focus on A.
Maybe let's
here.
get to this. That's
See
about
if they
it.
can break this defense.
You want it potentially here NW0 activate on a map like Icebox. He just did on that bonus round. Now has Empress ready, holding it on the top of the screens. Has support there from Havoc just under him. And for Sentinels, they're just trying to see if anybody's going to try to push forward right now. Everybody's holding back towards that spawn. Zelsis has a lockdown to work with. They'll probably start activating a little bit more here once that timer goes under this minute here. Zelsis still trying to scout it out.
One hit.
Won't see anything, yeah. That gives a chance for the lockdown to come
Big
through. Zekins
Joe
trying to
here.
lean out towards his B main. Almost got caught there. Now with a knife out, an easy one, maybe, but no! Zekins scores the opener. Lockdown to try to push the players back. The rotates from center towards B.
Rotate's coming in, but so is the rotate from Furia. And you would imagine Zelsis is dead. Ooh.
Confirmed now by Havoc as he sees 3 players cross. Zekin still has to try to create and gain that space. Trying to spam across. Plat now attempted down by Sacy's wingman. Underhand flash, beautiful by Tens. Trying to capitalize on the kill and wins it.
Gosh.
No trades coming out from MW0 as he gets denied on the top of B heaven by Zekin. Last 2 players spot in the back of a Snowman. Snake bite to flush him out, but Khalil lands 2 nice shots. Wall bangs.
Yeah, they gotta be careful. Tens instant jumps down. He's like, hold up, this one's getting a little bit too close. Yeah, and Sacy just needs to not peek.
For Furia, trying to work back the map.
Oh, Zelsis just creating trouble, trying to get noticed by the turret up in kitchen.
Wasn't expecting the close peek. Nah, the guy's ADSing.
Molly also being thrown as the players are pushing forward, but you see
It's
the
nice
delays
damage from Khalil, but
it came out, and there's Zelsis hearing the back pedal, and he's trying to cut the rotate out towards the kitchen. It's going to be a freebie. There's that first, turns around for the other one, but looks like Nasrul will be able to stay alive. Somehow Zelsis snuck through, but a turret actually didn't even see him.
Now really cool
Week
there
2,
when he
Khalil.
went through. Maybe it went offline for a second, or maybe
And that
he
was
just said,
that
"I'm
was
going
such a
through."
funny week, bro.
But Zelsis turned around.
Watching
and,
Plat
like,
chat from that
part of
week
when they
was
were
cracking
losing
me
the
up.
round, and you just see him booking for 2. He's like, no, I gotta reposition.
I've never seen more recency bias
to
than
make sure
that
they
Plat
had a
chat.
flank, and even if it didn't participate
It
in the
was
fight,
great.
it created pressure because the turret was there and he affected the map. Little things. It's the little things that are gonna start mattering here on Icebox between these two. Furia pushing up mid this round.
Like there's always recency bias on Plat chat, but that was by far the best one. That was my favorite one.
Wait it out now.
I remember watching that. I was cracking up, bro.
Push out towards B main. That turret is gonna
Whoa.
sense and see. Nice flick though by NW0.
That's an absolute shot that he's
To
just
even up
hit
the tally,
here.
4 versus 4. Wingman going for the plant. Deniability from Zekin as he was trying.
That is a
to get some control, but
perfect time
Tens
flash
Elise
from
there.
Tens. Mate, Tens
Underhand
is
flash once again
annihilating
behind
today.
Johnqt's wall. A second one to clear out towards the site. Conan almost found that timing on the top of kitchen. Pit also went down.
The
Lockdown
Killjoy
now
ult so
activated
far
on the
away,
other
and dude, they'll
side.
take that all day.
But you already see the reposition here from Johnqt. He's not going to be affected by the radius of this lockdown, so he can keep the pit up. A little bit of an error now for Furia as they're trying to retake the site. Leader now coming through, spams across, just trying to get lucky against Johnqt, who is down to half HP.
What's the Killjoy meant to do here?
Used instead. That's not looking too good here for Furia to capitalize on the defuse. Tens gets the pick onto NW0, and the last 2 players falling back.
What's the
Sacy
full
swinging out,
process?
and there's only going to be Khalil that remains.
I get. So in his defense,
That attempt
so
can
the
work
Viper ult
so
leaks
well
out
if you
slightly
have the
here,
right
right?
util.
So this is the
Yeah,
plant
you're
spot.
only pushing somebody
Viper
out
ult
so
leaks
far
out
with the
slightly here, so he
lockdown,
knows
but
that this is
you
gonna
know
get
almost where
spammed.
the Viper is at that point.
But you
Imagine
could
if
at
they had the
least
right
do it a
volleys,
little bit
the right
closer.
utility to then hit that backside of the lockdown where Viper
At least
was waiting, right?
do
You're
it like
literally
behind,
hitting everybody in the forehead.
behind sight.
Unfortunately, they
up
couldn't
there,
get the distance.
or in the corner.
So that's how you do it.
You have to point at your screen.
I've been looking away.
Got it.
But yeah, Furia, they're grasping at straws now. It's definitely a tough ult to use. They gotta be finding the strategies to give them more advantage here if they're gonna.
Oh yeah, they got nothing from this Killjoy. It might as well have not been
They
here.
are. The attempts are there, but so is Zekken.
Sorry, I'm still chuckling at the pointing screen because I think I was trying to call out the NWs. He's there for that trade, but now back with the action though. First blood for Sentinels, reminding once again that they need to win this clean 2-0 against Furia. And wait what will happen for the rest of the weekend for the other matches coming through here for the VCTs to see if they could qualify or not. Chances not in their favor. At least they could control their destiny here in this series against the defensive side now of Furia, trailing behind by 4 rounds where NW0 stayed patient the whole time but still gets punished.
What is it about those angles for Furia? It just seems like the moment they fall asleep at the wheel is when the peak comes through for Sen. One more time again it happens and they are in to be scot-free here. Flawless so far. 3 members of Furia left.
Ooh, still got the plant before
Still got the plant off.
Very close.
Ended up being wasted,
Oh,
unfortunately,
man.
there. I
Such
saw a
a
little bit of
bastard.
a head tilt rather from Nosware after not getting any
Really,
contacts.
yeah.
At least Havoc scores against that lurk of Zelsis. Recon Dart could be very big right now for Nosware to find some information, and a Dizzy as well. There's util being used, forcing now Zekken out of position in front of Yellow. Wall comes up for Johnqt to try to keep him up, but Nosware finally kills him as the wall comes down. Nosware and Havoc fighting right back, and it's Johnqt alone. Wingman just got denied. Elise, it's defused halfway. Johnqt focuses on the diffuser,
Oh,
but he
okay,
gets picked
well,
up better by Nosware.
does that flame them a little bit? They get around on the board.
Finally, with the round.
They stave off map point. The pressure of all pressures. They had some breathing room, but not very much. A very long road to go here. Get back these 3, take control of the money game, which isn't too far off. They can solidify another one. Sentinel's going to be in a pretty tough spot here. If that's 1900, we're getting 24 next time, and they'll just be over
Keep flaming
the
them.
3500
Yeah,
mark
it's a
for a lower
3v5
buy.
though.
You definitely saw there from Johnqt. He thought he had it. Defender was stuck on that spike and it just needed to land that
Wait, I
one
like
shot.
this change up. What are they doing?
But Furia is able to stay
They
this off and
recon
stay alive in this
and
game.
Jewel?
Round number 20. Furia now behind by 3 rounds. Again, being proactive. Recon dart with Lear, but
I kind of like this.
Sentinels now realizing
Get
that
4 people
util
over
is now
towards
using that
site.
crash to clear out towards the A site.
And then
Zekken
they just
getting forward
flood
position as well.
with their
Havoc has
own.
his own thrash to work with to allow
Yeah,
here
this is gonna be
Furia to come
nice,
back.
right? From Furia, they should be good for another hit, maybe.
And there's players just
Oh,
shooting
where the
it
hell's
out.
the
There's
fish
that
going?
Lear.
It's Parfin. Oh my, that was sick. Wait, that was kind of sick, man.
Zekken gets 2 kills.
Second got 2 here.
Before he falls, but a spike's been
Beast.
planted by the Sentinels. Clear advantage on their end as well. Conan dropping down, delays coming through with the nanoswarm. Sacy with the forward position just by the Jenny. The volley missed, the delay actually did land off the generator onto the spike. Tans around the corner, stopped by Nosware. Orb
I mean,
coming up.
Zekken was
gets
just
the
a
pick.
god.
And no opportunity to get it halfway as Celsius
Yeah,
gets
Zekken
the
was
wall.
actually god. I kind of like the fish
Nosware,
path thing.
Sentinels at serious point.
Bro,
Fish
Sacy's
Puffin
doing
is pretty
KC
cool.
maps with Thrash. He jumps Thrash from Raptors into Nest, so nobody can shoot it. And then, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I'm sorry, Havoc.
Yeah, and
Havoc
then
threw it out.
Zekken
My
gets
brain's
2
just
though.
melted right now. That was really cool to see. So nobody could shoot it on the top side. Sentinel's reacting very well. But man, what a neat way to slip Thrash.
Bro, what
in
happened to
there
the
without
replay
really
machine,
having too
man? The
much
replay
fire on
machine's
it
dead.
And getting good
Reckon the replay
distance.
machine died or
Alright,
something.
Digress from that. 12
Okay,
to 8. Still match
that's
point for
wrong.
Sentinels. They come
More
out
chances.
strong there to be able
Yeah,
to
definitely
defend
need to
that
sleep
site.
after this one.
Furia giving just about everything they had. And now it's back to B. And this is a full B. Nobody's going to be rotating towards mid on this one. So Sentinels is throwing the entire family at the site here.
Yeah, and Havoc only has a sheriff to work with. Was
Be
anchoring that
pressed.
solo to start, but
Probably.
actually is able to get a pick off
Shot,
that.
man,
It
dude.
doesn't allow Sentinels to get a wall here to move up.
Just hit it
Viper now lost.
non-stop.
Now, Orb
Bangers.
coming up on the defensive side, they're able to delay for a bit. There's that timing to come through. After Orb comes down on the defensive side, Plant now comes down for Sentinels, and Tens gets 2 picks. Havoc in the little falls.
Dude, it's such an overheat. That's so funny. He's won in the round though. It doesn't matter.
Get the contact. But no kill there on the Sacy. Finally, the third beam will come through.
Viper. Oh
Still
no.
a Nano Swarm on the top.
They still got a molly though, and we got another molly.
Not even needed as of yet.
Molly line up
Nas
off the
where
wall.
ball, Conan, last player standing, hit to come out. Final kill needed for Sentinels to keep the dream alive. Back to a 1 versus 1 as he runs inside.
Damn, bro. Respect, dude. He nailed it.
Come in for the defuse.
He actually nailed it. That was a banging clutch.
Absolutely incredible play when the team needs him the most. He staves off the loss of the series.
That was
and
really,
keeps
really
Furia
good.
alive. Incredible stuff to spray the box of super common spot. You'd never think somebody would be hiding there, but that's what they chose. Zelsis waiting for the bullets.
Could have been the Zelsi should just be running away here. Can just win off time.
It was a gamble on that spray too for this last one. We don't see it, but at least he got that pick.
It kind of reminded me a little bit of like the Some Cove, to be honest.
For Furia, as it adds the momentum in their favor. When they were playing at a deficit, what was that, a 2 versus 4? When Tens was also popping off here, entering towards that B site, and that forces the timeout for Sentinels.
Tens is 26, 13, and 13.
That's what you thought of as well.
Out the triple-double.
Yeah, there's a world where that one's worse than the Some
13
Cove.
right now all across. That's kind of incredible, and yeah,
Obviously
you
not
see
the
how much
stakes,
trouble he's giving
but-
Furia here, but the rounds are still going in favor of Furia. So we get a timeout. Kaplan's going to come in, discuss a little bit of what's going on, and maybe there's too many vibes at the end to close it out, right? We need to kind of structure a bit of what's happening. And I think Furia is doing a very good job of softening up Sentinels when they get to these sites, how they're able to pull a few rounds back in their favor because it's the post plants. As we look at the scoreboard here on our screens, and you'll see it when it comes back up, is that these are diffuses coming in for Furia in the last few rounds. So they're able to route Sentinels, set themselves up for a good protocol retake, and figure out what is the weak spot of Sentinel's defense.
It's also to calm down the situation too, where again it's been another one of those
Probably just
rounds
win
that
from this.
Furia actually had to use a Hunter's Fury, so another ultimate being spended
Good
so
night,
that they could
ulti.
actually win the round in their favor. Previous one was a Thrash moving across. And now here's a chance here for Sentinels after this timeout to have a mixed buy.
Knife goes in. They realize that this is the fight site, right? And then it's send it over. The knives as well on this one. Throw the gun away. Double up the guns because we get the ult. End it with a KO flash, probably back as Snowman or
They're
something.
holding the lockdown for when the retake comes in, so they're going to try to get plant and then just do a
Well, you
long
got. I know
denial.
you're flashing him
Do
somewhere.
they? Getting
Right?
super delayed right now. Orb Molly, another one to come through. And now Furia set. This strat does no longer has the timing for Sentinels. It's going to be a firefight.
Everybody's rotated so far for Furia, but as they heard that they cut noise, they thought that Sentinels are going to rotate back here towards A, so look at them dwindle back towards middle. This gives a chance now for Sentinels to plant towards this B site. For a second to move forward. Yeah, he's getting hit by his teammates. Nanostorm as a flash comes through, and Sacy is able to save him. 2 players falling down. Havoc trying to fight right back. And there's an ult command coming out too from Tens. Not allowing utility to come back now for Furia. Lockdown also put down by Zelsis to delay the clock even more. All they need to do is delay so far. Yeah, they're tapping onto that spike, but it's not going to do much.
Hey, these other guys going the miles
Now you
away.
have to reactivate. Recon Dart not available for Nosware. Trying to get it on that top. It will ping too. But Johnqt still there on the side of yellow to get that pick. Fragment on the ground. Wingman coming up. Gets the
Yeah, he's solid. I mean, Furia double pistol on this, getting only 9. No, it's not great. Actually done from Sentinels. Probably not enough though, I guess is what we're saying. In terms of the actual rounds. But I think the copium is the fact that they can
But Furia as well, still finding those spots where
I think the copium
Sentinels
is
having
that
trouble
maybe
collecting
missing out
post-plants.
isn't too
Being
bad.
that team on retake, the Sentinels used to be. Furia was
14
able to
round
figure out how to
diff
get
right now
into
from
that, or
G2,
into
so
their head in that
G2
way.
need to
Get a few
lose
rounds.
by
Great
14
job on the
rounds is what
pistols.
you're saying.
Sentinels as well was able to come back quite early and losing some of those, whether it be a bonus or in the second round.
Yeah, that's
So
not
there's still a
too
lot of good
bad.
things to look at here for
14?
this team, but as we said, it's not really in the hands anymore of Sentinels.
Yeah, they still have to wait in the sidelines.
That's
to see what's gonna
that's
happen
actually
against
not
NRG and 100 Thieves.
that's
They
not
also have to wait in the sidelines
outrageous.
to see what's going to happen for the G2 game versus Loud.
Yeah.
Before any chances of the talk of Sentinels moving into the playoffs, but at least the first step has been completed for the Sentinels for this victory. They had to win at a 2-0, and they got it.
And it's spicy to see Tens action again. Tens was popping today. Both of those maps as well. Zekin was able to bring out the operator when he requested, you know what, I'm feeling an off day, and they were.
Bro, I really, man, I don't even know what I hope for Furia.
Emotion a little bit
I hope
more
something
from
changes,
Sen
bro.
again
I
this
can't
time.
watch this still.
Zelsis said he had trouble
I
being
did look
on
this
high
bad
rushing
after this
again,
many,
but if he's
this
not,
long.
he said, you know, Zekin's there to help.
Even
Somebody
basic
else
ults are
is. The
awful.
team's picking each other up everywhere at every corner, and we saw it be a win for this game.
Yeah, definitely. So everybody's trying
I don't know
to
if
pull up
it's
the weight
like,
here, being
I don't know if
for
it's
each other at the same time, and
enhanced
even
because
Zekin
like
giving that
majority of the Americas teams are better.
in his own hands as a
But I think
gunfighter
this
and all
might
that.
be
Even
this
able
might be
to
the
do
worst
that
out
and
of the 3
uplift the
regions I
spirits of
watched.
Zelsis, and you saw the vibes were there. The
Like,
vibes
would
across the
Bleed
board,
beat
actually,
them?
not just Zelsis today, and big smiles coming out from Kaplan in the end too. When
Dunno.
he had that halftime interview with Elizabeth, even walking in, so they wanted to make sure that they have that the complete unit, that we're able to see Sentinels, that type of Sentinels that we saw towards Masters that could do right now. Very nice.
Such a strong matchup.
Don't think so. I
looking
can't.
at what
I think the thing is I
Sentinels
can't
have
confidently
accomplished
say
this time
yes,
around
if that
was
makes
actually
sense.
incredible. Like bringing
Can't
everybody's level of
confidently
play
say
up, making sure the region's been on top notch.
either way,
and we get fights like this at the end where
the
Furia
Furia
as well,
would win.
feeling lax, get to play a little bit of their game, and maybe a little spoiler, but Sentinels, they deny that. They won't let it happen. There's still the fight there in Sen City, and I'm sure the fans.
No, they really mess up a lot for a team that's been together for this long. Like you kind of give every team like what?
No matter what, they play.
Let's say that the team's formed in January.
Going out into Icebox, and then
Bro,
these are
3
at this
months, you
moment
can't be
still, they
looking
get
like this,
popped
man.
off here on that arena roll, so
You can't.
if the vibes continue on that, and then they know what they could bring to the table. Remember, they made it very close against.
Like, you've had enough
Cloud9
time
as well.
now. So,
Such a strong
something's
map.
wrong
So there's
internally.
still potential that they still have an opportunity to work on during the off season. Well, I guess I'm gonna call it off season for now until they make it here after Shanghai. But without that, it's still a victory here.
How to
for
fix the
Sentinels.
roster, bro? I
Let's
don't even
toss it
know,
down to the
man. I
stage
don't even
where
know what's wrong with the
Elizabeth is
team.
ready
It
for
feels
the
like
Verizon post-match interview.
there's 50 things wrong with the team when I look at them.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. I'm here with the Sentinels IGL himself, Johnqt. Really quick question. Can you hear everyone screaming for you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Because it's been non-stop. I see a hi Johnqt Discord. I see so many Sentinels jerseys. How does it feel? How does it feel to be performing on the stage in front of these people in kind of the midst of kind of this turmoil of Sentinels right now?
Feels great. I mean, shout out to them. They always show up strong. We always have the home crowd everywhere we go. So yeah, it feels good. They do definitely like push us to play better, especially when we have a big round, something like that. We hear the crowd, feels us feel good about ourselves. But yeah, shout out to the fans.
Shout out to the fans. I can know you can see all the light sticks out there. Now, my first question for you is that Kaplan said he banned playoff talk. So we're gonna ban playoff talk. We're not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna ask you about the process of banning playoff talk. Do you agree with that decision? Are you just like, no, we should be able to talk about it? Or do you think, you know, hands off, no, we should not talk about it?
I mean, the goal was just to come here and win the game, not really think about playoff, because like I felt like if we thought about playoff, it would play different. Like people would be like more like there would be more urgency, which we don't need right now. We just want to play our game, have fun again, and make sure we get the win, pretty much. Yeah.
I talked to Kaplan during the half, and he said the vibes were kind of goofy in the first map, and then you kind of moved into like a more locked-in position. I've seen uncensored your comms videos, and you have a very kind of like stoic, all right guys, lock in. What is it like leading a team that, you know, the vibes merchant likes to be goofy, but you have to get serious at some point?
I mean, Jordan is goofy, but he's also like pretty serious.
Just Jordan, nobody else.
I mean, everyone kind of like plays in the role, like bringing everyone up and like make it fun and stuff. I feel like this couple matches, I think we kind of strayed away from the fact of us like having fun. I think there was some pressure. People were a bit tired, and like we forgot like how we got to here, which was pretty much like have fun on stage, crack some jokes, keep going. So yeah, that was pretty much the plan. Like game 1, map 1, kind of goofy vibe. Map 2, lock in, get the 2-0. So yeah.
There's been a lot of talk about what Sentinels need to do. Sentinels need to do this, and you need to do that. Some people say you need to, you know, go home, rest up. You need to change your game plan. You're being told what to do constantly with that. I'm telling you to ignore that. And just in your leadership position as Johnqt, while this is your rookie year, you are a fantastic rookie, and everyone looks to you as one of the best IGLs in the world. What do you think Sentinels, period, what does Sentinels need to do?
I mean, obviously, we hear the chatter like outside the team and stuff like that, but we don't really pay much attention to it because we are the one that's there all day working on it. So we know our like problems, we know our struggles. Yeah, we'll make sure to take this time off and like kind of reset everything, like strategy-wise, even us individually, get some time off the game, and yeah, bring back the fresh mindset. How we gonna start the
French mindset?
Fresh.
Oh, I was like, we.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, kind of like just bring a fresh mindset. I feel like we kind of strayed away from that, and yeah, just reset everything and start grinding.
We'll start grinding. Well, thank you so much, Johnqt. Everyone, you've been screaming a lot, but please give her Johnqt one more time. No, we're gonna head to a break, but stay right there because
Okay,
the vibes.
I am gonna end it here, chat, because I need to get some sleep. We are up in how long we got? 5 hours? Hey, that's not too bad. Wait, 6 hours? I just gained an extra hour there. I thought it was 5 hours. That's not too bad. Okay, chat. Give me someone to raid. Give me someone to raid. Ren? Yeah, it's Ren. Alright, thanks so much, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate you all. And I will see you in 6 hours. Thanks so much. Thank you. Appreciate being here. Have a good rest of your day, morning, evening, whatever time it is there. Peace. Hey, YouTube chat. Thanks so much, everyone. Take it easy. Peace.